Hey everybody, excuse my voice, one sec. Hey everybody, it's Chanchai, and we are going to be joining the Akai leagues right now. We had an awesome run at the NA Qualifiers #1, so that was great. We'll talk about that. But right now, we're going to one sec here. We're going to be joining Kai's League. It's going to be a great time. We're going to have a good time. We're going to relax a bit. Yes, my position on the leaderboard at the top of the PSN Akai Leagues is deeply threatened, but I'm just still recovering from a really good tournament yesterday. So we'll see how it goes. But I think Live for Eve is really on the path to taking that top spot. So we'll see how that goes. I love fighting them though, so it's there's no bad feels there. We're gonna fight like hell. They make me sharper. I'm trying to make them sharper, and that's what it feels like to have great opponents and to be fighting well. So we're gonna try to join Akai's league now, and we are on PSN today because Sunday is the PSN day for North America. Saturday, yesterday, was Steam. I was not on there because I wanted to focus on the tournament, but I also wanted to take care of a lot of household stuff. So it's really important to, balance what you can. And I definitely felt like I needed to prioritize two things yesterday. Take care of family was number one. Number two was to, Akai's not up yet. He will be up soon. But he did say he's going to start a bit later. And then, hey, Shadosha. Yeah, I'll run it up. I had a good run. Shadosha, shout outs to you. Shadosha did an awesome job on commentary with Rip. I thought they made a fantastic team. I know Shadosha's playing next week, so that alters the, I don't know what the stream lineup, the commentator lineup is, but Shadosha's been doing amazing as a commentator, but I am glad that he's also hungry for fighting. And so I think it's going to be awesome when I heard that he's going to be playing next week. Groville, good to see you. Hope you're doing really good. It's Grooville. I thought it was Groville, but Grooville, good to see you. Hope you're doing really, really good. I think so. I agree. Great commentary, great players, great 20 all around. And, of course, right now, veterans are still really shining, but the new generation is really terrifying. It really, really is. So we're in an awesome place for VF. It's getting stronger all across the board, and so we'll talk about that too. I'm going to join Akai right now and see how this goes. Give me a sec here.
North America PSN League and Europe Steam League. This is the 11th week of the second quarter, and including this weekend and next weekend, that'll be the last 2 week league sessions for the second quarter.
Hey Akai, how are you doing today?
Hey Chan, doing well. Let me just get your audio fix here since they can't hear you. Hopefully you got nice rest after last night exciting Open Championship qualifiers.
I'm still resting, so I think this is a really good time. Well, look, Live Forever has already been pretty much on a path towards getting that first place spot on the PSN league, and of course, General Ripper is always very scary, both as a spoiler, but as also somebody who could take a #1, and of course Setsuna. So I don't know. I'm actually ready. I don't know how ready I am today after yesterday, but I think we're gonna give our best fights. We're gonna fight like hell. And
yes, that's what I said.
But Shadosha on my stream was saying that these new tournaments are very telling about because we are seeing, of course, we see how strong the veterans still are. But but you and I know that the new generation is really, really strong. And we're seeing across the board lots of scary stuff. I do think, Shadosha is one of the teachers as well as an insane fighter, right? I'm a teacher and a fighter. Tricky's a teacher and a fighter, and a bunch of us I think we've gotten a lot better at helping players kind of understand how to play VF and how to be better at it game. But at the same time, the game has made quality of life improvements. Our community events are yielding a lot of results. So I think we're seeing so much good VF across the board. And I do think the veterans are getting stronger too. Go ahead.
And I do think that once people start using that replay mode as a teaching tool, not just like self-education, where basically, you know, like let's say I play against you, like in this a sparring match, and then we both, because it's automatic save our match, right?
Yeah.
So both of us could actually look at the match together, and it's already timestamped because we could basically go every single individual frame to basically say, hey, let's go look at this round 2 at this time point.
Yes.
And we could actually both go through it together. I think that if people start using that as a way to actually, as sparring partners and also teacher to student mentorship, I think that would be like just even having one single match play with somebody and then just going over with that person. I think would help.
Totally true. It is. I mean, that's why I already started my Revo review series, right? Where I do review player matches from like the dojo sessions. And I have already outlined a few things for like different, like if I do a full match review, that can get pretty deep, but my intention was to really isolate that one or two things that this player could do that would have totally maybe changed the outcome completely, but at the very least made huge gains, right? And I'm still working on that series, and I think, but I do think more and more players, I also want them to see how easy it is to use Replay Takeover and using the replays to help them and to see stuff better, because there's many ways to use it. And then of course, and then if you can, after reviewing it, I've also been starting to tell people, don't just look for your answers in there, but definitely go back to the training mode and use the recording feature or other features to really drill it in, doing some crazy stuff under pressure, because that's really what you have to do in VF. So yeah. Also shout outs to Groovo, who says that next week they have their first VF offline ever in South America, at least as far as they know. So yeah. Sorry to interrupt you, but go ahead. I know that there's a lot for you to cover. Is the PSN room up on NA already?
Yes, it is. The code is today's date 0622.
Okay.
RJ is in the room right now. Also, the Steam League room is also made for Europe. Information we posted on the stream here. But passcode for Europe Steam is the opposite, which is the day and month. So the 22nd of June.
Yeah.
Let me go post around, let people know.
Okay. So I'm going to also shout out, I want to shout out virtuafighter.com, because it's still helping new generation and old generations to this day. Everyone still references it, even if people are not as active on the forums like they used to, because, cultural changes in the public and how we use the internet. But virtuafighter.com is still a huge bedrock for our community. It's still a foundation. And yes, there will be more tools in different places. This era has had more stuff in Discords or on, or on like Google Docs, Google Sheets. But VFDC is definitely one of the really proud things about the Virtua Fighter North American community, or the Western, actually not even that, the outside Japan community, the English speaking community. VirtuaFighter.com has still been an amazing bedrock for us, and it continues to be. But that said, we do have more and more tools available to us, and now I do think all of us trying to communicate, trying to help each other, whether it's on streams or YouTube or social media, Twitter actually counts here. We find more ways to teach different people, because many people have different learning styles. And I think that's been huge for our community too.
We're still open?
Yeah.
Hey, Sasina.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Going good. Going very good.
Also,
come on in here and spar with RJ.
Give a little...
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
I was telling Satsuna to come in here and spar with RJ so I can listen and chat. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Hey, welcome, Silverbolt. It's a Chicago player. Thank you for joining. But since we're talking about VFDC, I also want to give a little promotion. Mike is reviving the Virtual Fire circuit that I started 10 plus years ago for Final Showdown was released. And I was after he announced it with the new logo, which is definitely shows the difference from amateur production versus professional production. You can see me winning like 4 different leagues right now. Back then, I was winning actually 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 8 different leagues at the same time. That's like that, and I was like I burnt myself out back then. So I'm looking forward to see what Mike does with the VF circuit. So stay tuned and follow VFDC or later on Twitter. I think Mike will be posting more information about the VF circuit. Which I believe there will be some in-game titles given out to winners of the VF circuit. All right, we got 6 people already in the North America room also. Welcome, General Whipper XTN is here. Also participate in the yesterday's qualifiers. Congratulations, Chanchai. It might not be where you want it to be, but 5th place is nothing to be laughed about, and 9th place for Setsuna. And I think got pulled the best upset of the night, being up General Whipper. Not General Whipper, I'm sorry. Gentleman Thief.
It starts with a G, right?
Yes. I was thinking that in my head, but I didn't want to say it.
As a heads up,
right, there you go.
Tricky is preparing her PS5. That might require some updates and startup, but she's on her way to the league, so she's coming.
I still have to post around to all the different sites, so before I start the countdown. But we got a nice 6 people already in the room, so that's great.
Very good.
8 Edwards joined the Europe room also.
Hey. Yes, XTN is here. Hell yeah. Condor's here. This is awesome.
Yep, Condor joined last week after a brief hiatus and got 1st place finish. So I think last weekend Chanchai, Live Forever, and Condor got 1st place finish.
Yeah, it was really good stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot because it was so busy and everything. I do want to say congratulations to Cessna for naturalization last weekend.
Congratulations, Setsuna.
So welcome to the good and bad of being part of the United States.
No, it's all good. It's all good to become a U.S. citizen is really a wonderful thing. My wife became a citizen about 12 years ago, and it's just like it's wonderful. So I'm really happy for you, Setsuna. And congratulations.
Hey, thank you guys very much.
But yeah.
All right.
Hey, Blackstar, thank you so much. Thanks for the congratulations, Silverbolt, Blackstar, and Tricky. Yes, Dollar Yen, you can still join the league. This is the PlayStation League today in North America, but you can still join it. Trust me. I know it's a different netcode, but it will train you, and also it will make you have to kind of. You'll have whatever you gotta go with. You gotta work with what you got, and there's good stuff. And I love playing on here actually. It's forced me on a lot. Forces me on a lot. A point I'll make about Gentleman Thief, he's playing Akira. I don't know his real reasons, but I interpret him playing Akira because he's forcing himself out of his comfort zone by forcing himself to guess like a lot more, to execute on his reads a lot more. He's putting himself in that position, and I think that will make him a bigger monster than he's ever been. I think the best chance Gentleman Thief has for performing at the Open Championships is getting comfortable with his reads a bit more and pushing himself out of his comfort zone. And it doesn't mean he has to play Akira there, but I think just simply playing Akira forces you to guess. Like, just simply defending is a guess when you play Akira for both players. So I think it's going to be awesome, the results that we're going to see in months because of this. So when you play on PlayStation Network, you're going to have to guess too sometimes. You're going to have to guess a little more than you want. And I think it makes you stronger. But always improve your foundation. Go ahead, Kai. So.
To be very honest, we wouldn't be winning these leagues if the PlayStation Network was that bad. I mean, it's pretty darn good for what it was.
It's still really good.
3 or 4 years, yeah.
No,
not everyone has as that good of a connection with each other on it, but those who do have good connection with each other, it works pretty darn well. Hey, we got Mold Monkey in here. Welcome.
Yeah, Tricky's coming in here. She's throwing hands. She's on her way. She of course has to update her PS5. Oh, no, I'm responding to chat. Chat's like, wait, Tricky's coming. It's like Tricky's coming. Tricky's coming. You know. And she's been on the tear. Let's give some shout outs. Tricky she did the three-peat, the first person to do the three-peat on Mexican Uppercuts Thursday's Beat Knuckle tournament. Yeah. So the Beat Knuckle tournament. Hey Spartan, how are you doing today? You know, she also performed quite well, but I know she's hungry as hell. She is angry about yesterday. She's gonna come with a vengeance next week. But next week we got Shidosha, we've got Numbers, we got a lot of people that are coming in with a vengeance next week after yesterday. So that's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting next week.
We got 11 people right now in the North America PSN room. That's nice to see still so many people active. I think maybe the recent qualifier and activity has gotten people more excited.
Yeah.
Which for those who did not qualify, you still have a second chance to do so. Next Saturday, they will have the second qualifier. So the deadline to register for that is Thursday evening or Thursday afternoon for Pacific time. You're right. If you're going to participate, just sign up early so you don't have to worry about it. All right. But deadline again is Thursday evening, and same time as Saturday when the qualifier happens. Okay. All right. Let's go to do the countdown now. After this match, we got 4 people in the Europe, so we can start the countdown too. Let's go update information.
Congrats on the top 16, Spartan. It's gonna be a crazy field next week. It's gonna be also really fun. There's a lot of people who couldn't do this week for many reasons, right? For wonderful reasons too. Congratulations to Dalmog on getting married. Congratulations, Bushido, for having a child. It is an amazing occasion. I actually don't know if they're gonna be able to play next week, but they plan on playing next week. I hope they've got family to help them with baby, because that is a humbling experience. But I think that this is not their first child, I believe, so we're good. but children are such a humbling. Yeah, second child. So they've got this on the second child's a lot easier because you already know the flow, or you already know what to expect. And so, but I actually told Panda this week that when you have a child, it's ridiculously humbling because it's the first time in your life you've completely lost control of your life, but it's a beautiful thing too, for those that want to have children. So, yeah.
That's a good advice.
No, totally. And well, we don't have the replays yet on PS5 anyways, but you can use the recordings from these streams. So, you can always record on your PS4 and still use that feature. Recording helps a lot. It helps me a lot too. Mold Monkey is in here. Hell yeah. Mold Monkey, also a huge threat. Also always scary. You got to watch out for Mold Monkey. This is a player who, they are very clever. They do use the reads. They execute on their reads. They're not afraid of their own reads, right? I just talked about Gentleman Thief can maybe embrace even more of his reads. Gentleman Thief likes to outplay people. He's still going to do that, just like Himajan always does it. But Himajan, I've also fought Himajan's Akira and Jackie. Now Jackie's the one where you can avoid reading, but I've watched Himajan at least use his calibration process like he does with John. But I fought Himajan's Akira. Like I said, Akira make you guess, and this game has always rewarded both, right? So it's going to be exciting. Got exciting times.
All right. We got 12 players now for the North America PSN room. Just Tricky just joined. We got Mole Monkey, which I have to say, it seems like people who play certain characters seem to always have a tendency to have the similar nicknames. Mole Monkey in North America. In Europe, we have a Swedish player named Modi. And we have Dark Nova Void who plays Sarah, and we have a Nova STL in the Europe League who plays Sarah.
Yeah, and Black Star and Black Alert
because we kept confusing us. Yeah.
Shout out to Black Star again.
Black Alert and Black
Star. Yeah, both Sarah players.
By the way, I want to give a shout out to Black Star since they gave me a shout out on my stream. Black Star, amazing performance at Combo Breaker. I want to see more, but the way that Black Star played in Combo Breaker was beautiful. It was really, they were on a tear. It was awesome. I loved watching all the battles that I could from Combo Breaker, so I want to give that shout out. Of course, same to Setsuna. Setsuna and I had exciting battle yesterday, but Setsuna has had amazing battles every tournament he's in. He shows up here on the leagues consistently, and when he can. This has been a very, very busy season for Setsuna. So with the tournaments, with personal good stuff like naturalization, he couldn't play in the leagues that much compared to most seasons, but Setsuna shows up, and huge shout outs to the amazing player that you are, my friend.
Appreciate it, man. That was definitely a very contentious set that we played. It went down to the last few reads. But you played that last round marvelous and just took it away, and that was it, man.
Well, I definitely tried to take every opportunity I can, which also includes against Juicebox, where, it goes both ways. Like, you got to just take the opportunities you get when you do have them, and fortunately I took some. Yeah. Almost took one extra on GT. No, it was tough, and it was scary as hell fighting you. But also, the Rock Reaper, shout outs to you too, who also shows up at leagues, shows up at a lot of stuff, and always a scary threat, but also, just like all of us veterans, like getting stronger and stronger. It doesn't always feel that way, but the proof is in the pudding, man. You're like, and it's awesome enjoying this journey with you all. And then also ushering this new generation too, which is getting more terrifying really fast, especially during Revo. Honestly, when crossplay comes for the PS5, I think you guys will like what you see with where the field's at, with a lot of new players also fighting at a monster level already, but also a lot of up and coming players getting stronger. And so, the hope is also that the full spectrum is much more full. We want a lot more beginners, intermediates, and advanced. We want people that play for fun as well as the people that play to kill. So it's a blast. Just love VF. Just play more VF.
Play more VF. If you like VF, just find something or somewhere where if you like to play VF, want to do something as a group, yeah, there's plenty of options available nowadays.
I'm going to give a quick shout out to two players of a newer generation, so to speak. This is the generation of the Ultimate Showdown generation, which we're playing today, right? Emery Reigns and Just Monica, right? These two spar a lot together, both really, really strong. Monica has definitely made waves. Monica has put people on notice, but Emery Reigns also. Emery Reigns is busy with lots of content everywhere, and this morning you can watch the content that Emery Reigns made with their battles with Just Monica. And whenever those two fight, it is ridiculously fun to watch. It is so much fun to watch those two spar. So they are always going for stuff. They're always pushing. They're pushing the limits in multiple directions on where they try to take their play. So it's exciting. And definitely watch that stuff. All right.
I think we have 3 more matches before we start the North America wheel. Let me just check. We got Dita G coming back from the PC side to come play, so that's great. We have 3 more matches before we start the North America PSN League room, and I think we have 4 more matches before we start the Europe Steam League room. All right.
So Miller 2B on Akai stream, yes. It was an honor to fight you yesterday. I look forward to you joining the Akai League. So yes, in North America right now, the current schedule is that Saturdays at this time, the same time right now, for about roughly 3 hours, is the North American Steam League. Europe does Steam on Sundays. And we do PlayStation Network. We flip them, right? So Saturday Europe does PSN, and Sunday North America does PSN. Now the schedule is subject to change, but generally I would say we'll see what the future schedule is. But yes, on the weekend at this time, always a league. So we'll see how that goes, but I look forward to you joining us, Miller. Also, Tuesday nights, I do dojo sessions. Now, it is late night, so I'm on the West Coast, and so for my time on the West Coast, I started at 7:30 p.m. at night, and that's for the East Coast, that's 10:30 at night. But I play pretty much for like 6 to 7 hours, where we just do, it's not a, I don't keep track of the results, but it's meant for people to bring in what they want. Do you want to play for fun? That's fine. Join the dojo sessions. Do you want to play to learn? Come in. I will answer questions. We will help each other. Do you want to play to be competitive? Yeah, go ahead and keep track of your results and, keep track of your matchups. Take those saves that you get, those replays from that. So come join us. I'm happy to help you. You have a really good foundation for your Leon, and would love to work more with you. So please join us in Akai's League especially, but also on the dojo sessions on Tuesdays. And all the streams that you can, keep supporting VF streamers too.
Yeah, if you do like league sessions, I'm not sure if Mexican does it on Wednesday nights for North America, but he does the double elimination beat knuckle on Thursday.
Yeah.
And speaking of double elimination tournaments, I believe Virtual Kazam is hosting his bi-weekly this Sunday evening. So you guys, someday if you're interested in participating, go sign up on his challenge bracket, which I don't have the link on me right now, but if someone's interested, I could find it and post it.
I'm gonna give another shout out real quick. Sorry, but Thursday nights also, you can do this if you're not playing in Beat Knuckle, you can do this. But if you finish Beat Knuckle, you can also do this. FC Racer is running a league every Thursday night too now. And
is he? Okay.
Yes. So follow FC Racer on Twitch, and you'll see me post about them. But there are leagues happening on Thursday also. So now we got Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and there's more to come, including Haya. All right, I'll give the mic to you.
All right, this is the last match before we begin the North America PSN League room. So if you're away from keyboard, this is a good time to get back. We'll start in a couple of minutes. Yeah, and also for Europe, there's Fridays are usually these Salty Europe double elimination tournaments, and so and then Thursdays, if you like leagues, King Card from Germany hosts league sessions on Thursday evenings, local time for Europe. And we do have like a bi-weekly South America. It has now regularly scheduled bi-weekly tournament on Sunday, right? Yeah, Sunday
yes.
Afternoons.
Yeah, we got the bi-weekly, the takeover. Those are awesome events. Sometimes the Haya Cup also, and of course Soyo Kai's events, right, for Latin America, Central and South America. So just really cheers for them. Go ahead.
I gotta tell you something new that Soyo Kai has changed about the way that those tournaments are run is there's a final boss.
Yes.
We are recruiting final bosses for after every tournament. The winner of that tournament gets to fight the final boss, which is
like a secret boss, like Duro at the end of.
It's a boss battle. Yeah.
Underwater, well, maybe a little underwater because they're usually from the American Elite.
Oh,
that reminds me. We're gonna talk, guys.
Yeah.
But yes, currently recruiting people from North America.
Just to give you a heads up. I believe the most recent secret boss was Dark Nova, right? Like a week ago.
It was.
It's Dark Nova was the secret boss. So, give you a sense of what to watch and what to expect. Yeah, some good stuff.
You know who we should recruit? We should recruit Duolium that showed up last night.
There we go. Yes.
I kick out of League, but he or she could be the secret boss. All right, guys. 13 players. Good luck. Have fun.
Good luck. Have fun.
Good luck, guys.
All right, how's everyone doing today? Yeah, Nova did awesome on there too. All right, I'm on the break. I'm always like the first to have a break for some reason, but that's okay. I like to get the breaks out of the way, and I need to wake up. Like, don't expect me to play that good today. I'm doing this to enjoy it, to loosen up. I will try to play strong, but oh my god, I'm just resting after yesterday. Nova's amazing. Dark Nova's been an amazing supporter for me too, and he's been an amazing friend since I think we finally officially met in person about 7 years ago, and 8 years ago, and but we had played online a bit before that, and the one to introduce us was Steel Bass, and who's also a good friend. Also reminds me to give shout outs because Kamai's Oaken had a really good run yesterday too. Also I really like seeing Nobi's run. It was really fun watching Eileen get representation, and also Nobi's Yomi is just really scary. Nobi has very scary Yomi. I think people got to see that on display with all the throw escapes. So good stuff. But in this league, we're going to be seeing a lot of crazy stuff. We've got Tricky in here. Oh, she's going to be on a tear. Now, that said, Tricky is a player who usually is more of a first to two, first to three kind of player. First to one, she is good at, but I think in leagues, it's one of those where this is like a different format, and I think League pushes her to for that. But you know, like, her strong suit is usually like the longer it goes, the more she reads the opponent. But she's going to be scary in here too, and I'm glad she's playing in the league. Sometimes it feels like eating your veggies if you're a first to like Denkai is also a first to three, prefers a first to three or more if you can have that. But playing in formats where first to one, even like old school arcade lineups, you know, where you had to like line up at the arcade, it's like eating your veggies. It helps you. It helps you like make some decisive decisions strategically, and sometimes playing tactically if you have to. But some people will do tactically out of spite at first, but you have to you kind of have to embrace it and learn to just comfortably do it, just like you're breathing. And it adds another dimension to your game. So yeah, and for me it really helps. Yeah, you got Chanchai who just woke up. And so my voice is like this when I just wake up. People think I'm high when I just wake up because of this voice. So yeah, the streaming is lagging you. I see. Streams will almost always be a little bit behind. Hey, Spartan, thank you very much. Have a good one. Take care. Good luck next week. I will see you soon. And good to have you here. Thank you very much, Spartan. Thank you for the support always. Honestly, thank you. Black Star, so happy to see it, man. Black Star and I go back quite a ways, and I really, really just always happy when I'm reading from Black Star and when I see them. So... And again, seeing them at Combo Breaker was really wonderful feels. I am not feeling this at all. All right, Reaper, here we go. Yeah, this one will get me for a while. The throw part will. Man, I'm definitely feeling slow. All right. I'm trying to use the fact that I'm a little bit groggy against Reaper here. that I'm aware enough to think about situations. Now, I'm definitely going to be slow to respond to that throw, but I almost kind of don't like the alternative. And they're going to get these throws for free. It's kind of like eating all the neutral throws because I'd rather they did that, but I want to try to reduce how many throw situations they win. But like, that's not against Reaper. I'm talking about my fight with Gentleman Thief yesterday, right? Where it's like, well, they would have to like throw me like 4 times, or well, technically 3, but as long as I'm like making up the difference somewhere, I'm okay with it, because I just really hate eating the other directions from Akira, but sometimes you just gotta escape the neutral throw. Not gonna lie, today does feel slower. Like normally, like today the network does, like the game is feeling slower today. And I'm okay with it, but it is mean like, it means like I'm actually not complaining about it. I'm kind of more worried about the opponent, because I'm used to playing like, because I can adjust to really slow stuff. I always like that too, but I like the way that we're making decisions right now. Honestly, these guessings are good. Like, because right now it's challenging me on knowledge of the move list a little more, which I'm still not acting on too well. I'm kind of failing some of the tests, but I'm seeing enough to where I'm making some choices. I love this. Also, I love the threat. One thing I love about this about El Blaze, right? El Blaze's back turn game is very terrifying. Like, okay, I lost the guess there. So El Blaze's back turn game is really scary, but they go into back turn in unconventional ways, right? When you see them jumping in the air, like with an air flip or aerial kind of movement, it's not a real aerial, but it's like an aerial. They go into back turn. So what's scary about back turn? Their options in back turn are ridiculously good. If they nail you with any of those, it's like the EX high will set him up for a ridiculous combo, right? And that EX high is very, very good. That's the kick and guard option when his back is turned, and his back turn is hard to see. His back turn doesn't even look like a back turn. It looks like his position switch. Yeah, that should have rung out.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Oh, so good. It's definitely feeling slower today, but oh, that could have. All right, good game, World Monkey. Good game. We're doing. Not gonna lie, this is gonna be a tough day for Tricky. Like, she could be performing amazing, but she might be like, oh, this feels, you know. But I like how I'm focused on the guess, and I am reacting. It's just reacting different, and like that's actually really working for me today. But I'm like, huh, it's working. It's working. I think I know what it is. This is my fault. I need to check to see if my PS5 is on Ethernet. This is my fault. This is my fault. I need to check if my PSN is on Ethernet. This is so dumb. I might be playing on Wi-Fi because I moved my PS5 from the living room to the office right before I did this. I need to do that. This might kill. I need to do this between leagues. Okay, I think it's because I'm playing on Wi-Fi. I don't think the PS5 switches back to Ethernet when you're back on Ethernet. I think it just stays on Wi-Fi. I think it stays on Wi-Fi. So this is just on my end. I apologize to my friends. It will be better after this. I'm the Wi-Fi warrior today. I am the asshole today. So, you know, like I totally forgot that like when you move your PS5 back to your office, it doesn't automatically switch to Ethernet. Like you're plugged in. But Xbox does this. PS5, Sony doesn't, right? It's like, I'm the problem. I'm the villain, it's me. You know? Hey, hi, I'm the villain, it's me. Hey, thank you for the subscription, Nexian. Thanks for the support, man. You've always been amazingly supportive, and it's always fun having you and being able to play with you and offline and online. All right, Silverbolt, here we go. Sorry, go ahead and take a hit. All right, there we go. Yeah. I see. Hey, Hernan, good to see you. How you doing? I'm having fun. I'm more chilling today right now, but I'm doing good. I am doing good. Doing good. How have you been doing, Hernan? Hope you had a good week so far. Awesome. Yes, please join the league. Thank you very much. Yes, I definitely feel like I'm the underdog. That's actually why when I was in the top 8, it felt like I was much more relaxed fighting in the top 8 because I got to go in with the underdog mindset. Where against Denkai and GT. I know I have and I can take wins against them. That's not, but I know how strong they are, and I also know it's like being backed into a corner at times. So you just kind of go, well, like now that I've built the reads, now I can go ahead and act on them because of how hard it is to overcome, and it's like feeling like you're gonna lose if you try to just play if you try to play them like you think that they're not. You got to treat them like they are monsters, and you got to fight them. And because they're monsters, you got to create opportunities. And because I play Leon, you got to force opportunities sometimes, because there's a reason players like Denkai has played Leon quite a bit. Gentleman Thief has played Leon. Renzo has played Leon. Everyone I know has played Leon at some point, and there's a reason they don't stick with Leon, and that's because they're like, man, you got to be aggressive when you play this character, because if you don't, you're going to be wondering why you're playing them, because you're doing so low damage if you play really safe. Aside from now, I think the new player Noodle is doing an awesome job of playing a safe type of Leon, but what it is their Leon basically is playing safe and then just trying to tag people on side turn. That's still not enough, but it could blow people up at the wall or ring them out, so it's still strong. It's really, really strong, but it also feels like you it's harder to take the other opportunities. Now, D to G is amazing. I love fighting D to G. Sorry for my connection right now. I love playing them on PSN or on PC. But yeah. Yeah, no, like I said, I'm the problem today. I think the connection is more me than it is the rest of the connection. I think it's because I'm on Wi-Fi and I didn't realize it because I moved the PS5. That was me, right? I'm so sorry, D to G. D to G is a high caliber player, a really strong player. This is like one of those hidden monster players too. So after this round, I cannot wait to set it back to Ethernet. That said, this this is a feeling that I do. So when I played international on PS4 and when I played on emulator and I played international, I did enjoy the fact that this trained me so hard. Like I had to make so many guesses and I had to like respond to early animations. Oh, that sucks. And so I had to respond to really early animations and I had to just kind of tell myself, what do I think they're gonna do? When do I think they're gonna do it? And I would do that, you know? And so honestly, then I would play offline and I would find that my reactions were jacked up. And they were jacked up because like playing on extreme connection on slow connections forced me to really stare at the screen and really evaluate the board state a little harder, and not just count on outplay, like going fast and going like I'm gonna win by like because I'm I'm gonna win because I'm Apollo Creed kind of thing, right? It's more like I really got to think about this and what am I gonna do. And what do I really think they're gonna do? And where's my real opportunity? And I felt like that helped me get a bit stronger actually. But everyone has a different take on that. I felt like it helped me quite a bit. So it helps me fight against those players that played awkward pacing at you too. And then you kind of learn to fight to how to work with that too. So that's my experience. Everyone has a different experience. That's mine. But I will fix my connection after the league's over. Right. The good thing also is that when it's slowed down, you actually can like watch and see what's happening, and you're like, oh, when it was fast, I was like, that came by a lot faster for me, and I didn't pay attention. Right. Here it's like, oh, I see what's going on. I can see the Lei Fei animation a little better. That is actually the irony, was when I fought I don't think it was King Car. No, it was King Car. I think I fought King Car from Germany. I fought their Lei Fei, and they were wondering at that time like how I could respond to everything. And I was like, well, you know, like with Lei Fei, he's got a lot of animations, right? And so you start seeing like what's gonna happen and which attack he's gonna do a little early, and so that was like kind of worked for me. Right, like right now it's actually easier for me to see the stuff. Ring out, good one, Condor. Oh, Hernan, you mean when I won that when I won that game, right? Yeah. Thank you very much for cheering for me, Hernan. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for the cheer. I can feel it here. So, I'm feeling it here, man. I appreciate your cheers. I'm happy that West Coast had a really, really showed up a lot. I know I wish we took the top 3, but I'm glad that we took 4, 5, 6. And I thought like there was a lot of others on the West Coast that really had a strong presence in that tournament throughout. So good. Thanks, yeah. The wall kicks. I'm a little surprised because Juicebox knows I like to go for the wall play, but I think the pressure, I put a lot of pressure on him, and both Juicebox and I both felt nervous as hell. I can feel it. I could feel it when we were fighting, how nervous both of us. Same with Jacko. I could feel how nervous both Jacko and I were, and there was a moment in my fight with Jacko where I was like, he's more nervous than me. So then I got so comfortable after that. I was like, Jacko's more nervous than me. And so it was like, then it was really fun. All right, this is gonna be so freaking hard. All right, that's the combo we wanted. This could ring out. Are we gonna get rung out? Okay. Jacko did get a ring out on me from a down throw that I didn't escape. Just like RJ got this down throw I did not escape. And I like it. What's that? Yes. I should have got the extra hit in there. All right. XTN, thanks so much for cheering. Thank you very much. And I do need to check out LD Wells' stream too. I do like that they gave me, I guess Rip is the one who officially coined like 5% Chanchai. That's like Rip's caster instincts kind of identifying a nickname on the spot. But I am proud that I've turned around lots of battles in the past. Like I am proud of that ability. It is scary, but again, it's one of those where, okay, we're now in the situation where no matter what I do, the risk is still severe because the risk is you die. So okay, if there's a time to kind of if you have a read, then this is the time to act on the read. But if you don't have a read, well, then that's why you play safely. But still, you kind of have to have a read now, if you want to get out of this situation. So if you want to turn this round around, then you kind of got to act on your read, So, because no matter what, if you lose, you lose. And that's similar to like going into the top 8 as an underdog. You're like, well, I better if I see that moment, I better really like take the sledgehammer. But it's not all or nothing. It's not all Hail Mary. It's that you got to hang in there and you got to try to build that opportunity. Something that I should say is with like Leon, with the way that I play, I'm not trying to justify too much of it, but I am trying to say that the way that I play is trying to find holes. It's trying to build reads. It's playing aggressively to see what decisions people make. Now that said, I wish that I always executed what I would like to, but sometimes I don't, and I have to worry, and then I have to work around it. But the way that I play is trying to apply pressure, but also but it is also trying to find like what the opponent's tendency kind of is. That was really good. Really nice stuff. Block Swift is really cool. I like this fight. I like fighting pies like this too. Oh no. We've all definitely had that moment of this is so good. I like this fight. Now that said, I am getting used to my own Wi-Fi here, but this is awesome stuff because we're playing real. This is like real interactive VF. Even with, like, again, the lag doesn't take away the interactive VF if you know how to use the buffer and stuff like that. But it does. But sometimes you do have to manage like your options. You're like, yeah, I'm not executing this today, right? Like in this moment. Let's talk about moment, not today. And it's like, okay, but this is what I am executing on, so this is what I'm gonna do. And sometimes cutting down what you do. All right, good game, Block Swift. That was really exciting. I enjoyed this very interactive battle with you. I enjoyed it so much. I am sorry for my connection. I'm sorry that my PS5 is on Wi-Fi right now. I think after we're done with this whole league battle, I will frickin' switch it up back to Ethernet. This was not intentional. My son was playing the PS5 all weekend. It was downstairs in the living room. There is no access to Ethernet there. $Yen, keep it up. I love fighting you, man. I love fighting you since, I think we've been fighting since VF5 Vanilla, since online was a thing. I can't remember, but man, it's good to have you in the Twitch chat, and it's good fighting you here. And sorry for the lag, so thank you for your patience. Setsuna gonna cry about this, not gonna like this connection at all. Oh, this is bad. This is so bad. That's one way to get out of there. Very good. Very good. I did forget how much that this does sharpen like your guessing game. That said, that becomes harder. Oh, this ring out. Nope. Yeah, definitely do the fuzzy guard. I do need to start doing delay throw against him there because that will probably get him. The problem with delay throw is I do lose the throw I want. Like this is a challenge with Leon's design, is the position throw being lost if you crouch. So you have to, to do the delay, I have to do like kick cancel into it maybe, but that would start telegraphing it, so I have to mix up in the future, in long terms with the same opponent, I have to mix up kick cancel and also mix in attack with the kick cancel so I need to make kick cancel more of my game so I can open up certain options. Because crouch dash as a delay tool it's not bad to get the other throw, to be honest, because you get out of there, but it's really cool if you can just get a fast win instead of just push it back to the center. So I'll work on that. I gotta work on I have started to work on my kick cancel. So something that you'll see in my Akira matches yesterday, but it doesn't yield much fruit, is how much I use kick cancel. It is really risky. It's really risky to use kick cancel, to be honest. If you're doing kick cancel against Akira, if he happens to do super dashing elbow, he will crumple you. I think. I could be wrong. It's recovery hit. Maybe not. But kick cancel is risky against Jackie because of beat knuckle. Why is that? Because in Revo they've made it so that stuff like kick cancel has a bigger recovery frames window, so your opponent can, like, if they have like something that has benefits on recovery hit, they can nail you so bad. This can blow you up at the wall, this can blow you up pretty bad. But kick cancel itself, as you watch in Combo Breaker, is really strong. And it's strong because it acts as a delay. It's strong because it can negate throws, and it can trigger evades. Yeah, But also, connection like this forces you to slow down, and that makes you play smarter a bit sometimes. Oh, that would have been so cool. My God. Oh, this is very nerve-wracking.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Good game, Ripper. Good game. But this is the good thing is this is forcing me to slow it down, slow it down a little bit, and watch slightly longer. It really is. This is also why I think players that do play on delay base are much better, are really strong at guessing. The PS4 players are actually very strong at guessing. Very strong at it. Right. I mean, when you listen to people complain, they're complaining about they don't want to guess. You know, like at the end of the day, that's kind of what they're saying is they don't want to guess. You know. Okay. All right, Tricky. Here we go. I'm so sorry about the connection. I'm sorry, my friend. She's so gonna hate this connection so bad. I'm sorry.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Good. Good. I love that she goes for that too. It's so good. Very good. This kick is so good, and I forgot how much she uses this because it's full circular. You've got to like duck it. Like you have no choice. She does. Okay, I'm happy that she. Thank you for letting me know. Thanks for confirming that. Alright, good. Just use a mid. Like, this is simple basics. Is sometimes you just gotta do the mid. Good. Good game, Tricky. She completely owned me. I enjoyed that very, very much. I like each guest spot, and I like that she was just like, no, you're not going to low crush this. She was susceptible to high crush. She was. But she mixed it really well. She stopped at certain points, too. It was really good. I like it. She made decisive stuff on one, on the first to one. Very, very good. So keep it up, Tricky. Own this run. Of course, we've also got the Rock Reaper, who is on a tear. The Rock Reaper is doing fantastic. Likely to, well, they got to fight Tricky as well. That's going to be a clash. Yeah, good stuff. Look at D the G also doing fantastic. Setsuna is really threatening lots and lots of people. So it's really good. I think this is an exciting league. Oh, 2 months? No, it's okay. It's okay. It's sometimes we do have people that are watching both streams, so that's why I was wondering. But if you don't follow Tricky, please do follow her. I got to give that shout out. So let's see. Can't do the shout out. I don't have my I'm watching Akai's on another, but let me see here. I mean, Tricky is the more popular streamer anyway, but we want to give these shoutouts. It's really good to do. Like, our community knows you got to keep supporting each other. It's super important, but also it's also just fun to do.
Round one.
All right, here we go, J Thor. I like that. All right.
Round two. Ready?
Have to confirm that. Very good throw. That was a great choice right there. Very good choice. Oh, I'm so dead. The sidekick turns into Nitaku. So a good thing about Leon and Lao, they both force Nitaku with their sidekick. It's really good. That's been a problem. Yay! I guessed right. Really fun battle, Jatha. Really, really good stuff. I like the throw decisions there, and I do like some of those low mix-ups. Really, really good stuff. There was only, one of the elbow punches was premature because the conditions were not good for the punch part. So you'll get there. You'll sharpen that up. But there are times when you're gonna start seeing ahead of time that, like, maybe I should not follow up with the punch after the elbow. But that takes a lot of experience. Yes, you gotta cancel jab. Oh, I'm sorry if I didn't teach you that sooner. But yes, guard cancel is super important in this game. Master it. Use it a lot. Use guard canceling a lot, especially with Lao. It's super important. It's not just important for that. It's important for 4P plus KP guard cancel, and then it's important for all of his knives. Actually, it really is. Awesome. I'm really happy about that. Also, I love that you and Panda gel really well. Like, I do like that. I like that. Like, I think it's awesome. I think that's amazing, really. So I'm happy to hear that. And Panda's been telling me, but I've also seen it, and it's also been doing a lot, because I think from all the stuff you and Panda have done together, it has led to you helping to make sure that the Seattle VF is really active. You are a big part of that. You are a really big part of it, and I do think Panda was helped light that flame for you, but I think you've been a big part of that. So J-Thor is really, really valuable member of the Pacific Northwest Virtua Fighter community. I'm not dumping responsibility on you. I'm just saying, like, I appreciate it. Keep loving VF. Keep enjoying VF. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't, as long as you're really enjoying it, and as long as, just keep that up. You're doing so amazing, man. Like, J-Thor really is really awesome member. Also, shout outs to Clayton, to Sarias, or Claytus. They go by many names, but Sarias and J-Thor has been an amazing offline team. All right, here we go.
Round two. Ready? Go!
That's it. That was really good. I didn't even know I was at the ring out zone. That was excellent.
3, ready, go! Knockout. Round 4. Ready, go!
That's good. Ring him out. Ring him out.
Knockout.
That was intense. XTN, I'm enjoying this a lot. I'm enjoying these guessing points.
Ready, go! My time is here.
Good game, XTN. Good game. Good game. I should have kept playing the guessing game, but I was trying to do something else. But that was really good. Very good game. You played awesome. Enjoyed it a lot. That was a lot of fun. Okay, good. Reaper. Oh, so if I won, I actually would have taken first. Okay, I didn't think that would happen, but that was a lot of fun. Congratulations, Reaper. You got it. That was a really good battle. But that was an awesome battle with XDN. It's a really awesome battle with XDN. Good games. Hey, Solari, thank you very, very much. I had a great time. Really good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate your support so much. You have been very supportive the whole time, and I really appreciate you, man. Yeah, just loosen up. Just loosen up. No, you're good, XTN. And loosening up is really good, especially as Taka. Taka is a very scary character, so if you loosen up, you get to be more intimidating. If you're really focused, it's a little easier to read people, right? It's easier to read somebody that's heavily focused. You can feel it, or at least I can. But when you loosen up, it gets more scary, actually, when it comes to guessing games. So let me fix my internet. Let's fix it here. And let's join in here.
Round 1. Ready,
Hey, can you guys hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, so sadly, I forgot about the whole PS5. You know, like my son was playing.
Shame.
My son was playing on the in the living room. So right before this session, I moved the PS5 up, and I totally forgot to check if my network settings. And I think, watch this. This is so dumb.
Oh, for shame.
You know,
Shame.
it's like, seriously, look at this, right? People can see this on my screen on my stream here. See this? Look at it was here. Now I have to hit wired LAN and tell it, yes, please connect to the LAN that's right there. Right? It's so dumb. but it's like, so it stayed on my Wi-Fi, and I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So when I first played, I was like, PSN's feeling really whack today. This feels really slow. And I think it was like the second game when I was like, I'm the problem. It's me. Like I started singing Taylor Swift because I realized that was what was going on. You know, that I was on Wi-Fi, and I totally forgot that on both PS4 and PS5, it won't automatically switch to Ethernet. You have to go out of your way to go back in there. So I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. When I realized that was a problem, I'm happy taking the second instead of first. You know, I'm sorry, but I also got to talk about how it works well for the guessing games. Like, it really does. Like, it forces you to slow down and watch and be like, oh, okay. Like let's make a better decision here. Let's take a slight moment to think a little more. And I can see Lei Fei's animation a little easier because it's slower. You know? So
Right. But yeah, it happens. But we figure out.
I'm so sorry.
Wire connections.
Watch Akai like disqualify me from like that league battle because he's like we have a rule, no wireless connections.
I'll pick a big asterisk mark. Forever shaming you.
I'm so sorry. Thanks for your patience too, everyone. Like everyone could hear me on my stream going like everyone on my stream could hear me go, I'm sorry. You know, even before fighting Tricky, I'm like, Tricky, this is gonna be so slow. I'm sorry.
Round 2.
And we got Ernan joining the room. Hopefully this time his connection's better. And excuse me. I think everyone's planning to join also.
Awesome.
Let's see. Thanks for playing the Rock Reaper.
Come on, everyone, bring all the monsters, bring them all. And I'm really happy. Happy Hernan's joining us, you know. And happy Live Forever has been like on this tear too. So it's gonna be really good stuff. My connection's better now, so because I know that in the past that like that has upset them before. Something like if I could, you know. So I'm glad this is solved that problem. But also thank you very much, Lightwing Dragon. I appreciate it. Yeah, had a great time in the tournament yesterday. Definitely wish I was able to get, you know, one of those wins, but it's but at the same time I feel proud about the battles I fought, but a lot to learn, a lot to improve, and fight harder and be more fierce, right?
We're starting the 5-match countdown now, so 10 to 15 minutes for people to join. Passcode is today's date, June the 22nd, so 0622.
Round 1.
Your second league has already started. We've got right now 14 players. Can we get a full 16-player league room in the era of level on Steam? That would be a remarkable feat to get. I got 2 spots remaining, so people can still join.
Mm-hmm. So for Mold Monkey and Tricky, I've got some special Eileen tech for you. When you know that when you know that the commentator is Shadosha, or you've got Marco in the chat saying, I hate Eileen with a passion, feel free to switch her up with, you know, Lucky Chloe. So, you know, Akai probably doesn't know how much hate there is towards Lucky Chloe from traditional Tekken fans.
It's a Tekken character, right?
Yeah, Tekken character, that's the costume Eileen has, but like my daughter loves Lucky Chloe, right? You like basically you know that Lucky Chloe is meant to appeal to certain demographics. It's like an expansion of the fighting game demographic. In many ways, right? Whether it's girls like my daughter, or people who identify differently, you know, because she's just different. She's different in many, many ways, and she's not quote unquote conventional for fighting games. So she definitely draws a lot of hate. So,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, we have actually a lot of Eileen players, Mold Monkey, Tricky, and Mari J on the Europe side. And so.
Hey, Live Forever, thank you so much. That's a huge compliment coming from you, so thank you very much. Trying to fight even more like a monster, like both of us can be, you know. Thank you so much. Yeah. No, it's the Eileen army is reborn, right? So, but the Eileen army also is very strong during Ultimate Showdown. So, but Revo should be where it's at, and our Panda's Eileen is a real terror. So, but of course, building more and more experience. I tell our Panda, you just got to play a lot of online too, because you don't want to rob yourself of matchup experience. You know, it can be spoiling if you have an offline scene, but it can also be detrimental if you're not using all the resources you have. And for me, that includes playing on all the platforms that I can, fight the people that I can fight when I can.
I think I saw not that long ago, maybe within the last week or two, Rayo Raul previously known as Gorgeous Eileen, was playing Eileen a little bit on Japan ranked matches.
Awesome.
Eileen has limbs in this version. Does that mean that it's just longer reach now? The hitbox has been corrected.
She might. So you think it might be the same benefit that Pi got, where like she's actually
Maybe.
hitting.
That's what Marley J say. Something about has limbs in this version.
And I do want to hear what Marley J's got to say, because I always like hearing what Marley J's got to say. Another person who always has has great. It's always good conversations with Marley about VF.
Yeah, they buff her reach a lot, so it's similar to what
I think
experienced with Pi.
Yeah, I think so. Because I've definitely felt it. I felt it a lot, actually. And it's good. I felt it fighting Tricky today, too. We're going to feel it more.
So our Panda has now a Eileen main, you say?
Our Panda's been an Eileen main since December, yeah. Since 2.0.
And Nobi from Canada also plays Eileen.
Yeah.
A mixture of Eileen and Lei. So the Eileen army is getting bigger.
Yeah. Nobi has always enjoyed Eileen, but I think with Revo really liking Eileen, yeah. So it's good. Eileen army getting bigger. Yeah. And that was really fun watching Nobi's run yesterday. Awesome, Jim Haney. Welcome back. Good to see you. Hope you're doing really well, Jim. Hell yeah to the Lucky Chloe mains. Yeah, my daughter loves playing Lucky Chloe. She doesn't play much Tekken, but she loves playing as Lucky Chloe. Though actually, one of the Bay Area, one of San Francisco area's Lucky Chloe players moved back to Portland again, and so I hung out with them just on Friday, and that is BKVO. So, and they actually have there's a famous tweet about them that I think it was Combo Breaker like 2020, maybe before that, where somebody complained about getting like triple like perfected by a Lucky Chloe wearing a hentai hat, and it was BKVO. So, and BKVO just quote tweeted with "my bad." BK is doing really good. He's not playing VF much, or he's not playing Tekken much right now, just a little bit, because he's doing work transition. But he's doing very good. He's got an awesome job. He's really excited, and he's having fun in Portland.
Round 2.
Yeah, man, I had this the Jeff Gerstmann drip. Oh, awesome. That's awesome to hear. Yeah, I hope you'll get to see him next time you're in the area, or if he goes up to Seattle, because he's just such a fun ball of energy. I love that guy. So he's always reached out at times too. So he's just a good dude. That's XTN and I chatting about BK. Anyways, back to the Akai leagues.
So Mari J wrote in stream chat that a lot of people move away from Brad. Is there something weaker of him in this version of the game?
It is kind of surprising.
That's why share a comment about that. I haven't seen.
That is a curious one, right? But maybe more people understand that Brad's a more defensive character. And like if you watch the patterns of people that like to play, that have been playing Revo and stuff, right? They do like defensive characters, but they wish that they had more reach, right? So you have like Jackie, who can beat Knuckle from a decent range and do other stuff from a decent range. You have like John, who can do keep away but can also chase, right? And so it feels more comfortable. These players that are pretty strong at playing like the defensive game as a back and forth, it's more comfortable playing those two characters than it is Brad, because Brad is like very, very like, you got to have your spacing tight to do that with Brad, and then you feel like you can only use 3P plus K or his like 6K. And so I have a feeling like that's the feeling I get from the types of players I've been running into and playing against, that maybe the reason they don't stick with Brad is because Brad's a little bit more the ones who tend to play Brad and stick with them are the ones who initially play him very aggressively at first, but then eventually learn that he's more of a defense monster, you know, or at least he's more more like he's got good guard punish, he's got good whiff punish, but also when you learn concepts like Nitaku and you do it with Brad, it does feel kind of weird, like it feels overcommittal to a degree with Brad. So yeah, at least that's my take.
The North America PSN room, we still have 2 more matches before we start. We have right now still have 14 players, so it is going to be a long league. So if you need to do a quick restroom break or a snack, just time to do it. Europe, let's see. Europe side, we have currently Mario J undefeated, 3-0. So we still got 7 players, so 3 more rounds at least.
Oh, Hernan, I'm just having fun chatting, so that's why I went to away. So yeah. Hey, Haya, good to see you. Hope you're doing really well. But yeah, if you're talking about at the high level, it is a curious thing, right? Like even now, the main Brad player, the 2 Brads that we know, well, we know Osage Brad, right? Is it Chino Brad? And of course Ito Shun, right? Of course in North America we do have a Brad army. We got Killa Killa, we got Renzo, we got Assassin. All 3 of those ridiculously strong Brad players, actually.
There's also a strong Brad player in the
Hernan.
Kyushu region. So
sorry, Hernan. I didn't say you first. I should say you first. Go ahead. Sorry.
there is a very strong Brad player that's still active in Japan, in the southern Japan, Kyushu region. He goes by the nickname Konnichiwa Akira. Used to go by the name Boki Akira, but that is not
appropriate name.
It's vulgar. Yeah,
it's vulgar. It's vulgar.
Yeah, vulgar name. So he switches to Konnichiwa Akira. But he's a very strong Brad player too. Does have a stream like within the last week or 2, but you'll see his streams, live streams once in a while.
Oh, awesome! Like, you just translate that as "Hello, I'm Akira." Greetings, Akira. Salutations, Akira.
I definitely identify his live streams by having a very attractive women
on the thumbnails. Yeah, I forgot it. Yes, I know this account. Okay. Yes, we have.
Last match I did was start the North America league wheel.
So here's the funny thing about.
Vernon got a hot dog.
Here's the funny thing about Japanese VF, right? The Twitter community is amazingly friendly. The Japanese VF Twitter community is really friendly. The 4chan community is something else. And they definitely have a goon community. So it's kind of funny. Japanese VF is very diverse. Yeah, I do think Brad's still very well rounded. And it's weird because a lot of people love playing Brad a lot in previous generations. So it is interesting that in Revo we don't see as much Brad. But also another Brad that I want to give a shout out to is All-Star J. All-Star J also on Twitch is Froze US. All-Star J is a very strong Brad player. Really, really sharp as hell. Yeah. Shout outs to them too.
I'm not sure if RJ is planning to come back. Is he resetting? Let's see.
We'll see. Let's see.
People on the West Coast get good enough ping to play Japanese players. Some of the players' comments have commented that it's playable.
It's playable. The Japanese will feel it, but it feels good. Actually, it surprisingly feels very good. Surprisingly, but yeah. RJ says they got kicked. Okay, they are back.
Yeah, he's back in. Okay, so I don't have to. All right, we're gonna start the. Okay. It's a week out. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll start the second league now with 14 players. It's the same amount of time as the last league, but no one gets a bye. So You got a 13 match Kumite here. Go here. All right. Good luck, guys. Have fun.
Good luck. Have fun. Like I said, this is a lot of fun. I don't know if I can sum it up for this, but I'll try. Block Swift, here we go. I'm still feeling like I'm recovering from yesterday. So, but I'm having fun, and I did make some good decisions. I made good decisions in the West. So let's see now how we go. Man, hope everyone's having a great time. I'm having a great time with all of you. Thank you all so much again. This is just a really fun stream. I feel like I don't have the energy to supply it back, but I'm trying. It definitely feels different. Okay. That was exciting. Oh, that was exciting, Dalian. Let's do this. Everyone is leveling up, it's true. Everyone's really leveling up. It is a great time to play VF, honestly. It really is. And hopefully this stimulates hopefully we can stimulate both online and offline activity a lot more, and I think we are, but hopefully it keeps getting more, right? More offline, more online, both. Raise the boats everywhere. But I do think everyone across the board getting better in VF is true. 100% true. Actually, I do want to give a shout out to Akai. Akai is one of the people that was consulted for, I believe, I don't want people to put pressure on Akai, but I know that they asked a bunch of people, and one of them was Akai, to kind of just submit some like power rankings and stuff. And I think the brackets were actually really good for yesterday's event. I mean, everybody had a very difficult path. That's a good sign. That's a good thing. That bracket was really good. Like all the brackets, every corner that I saw, right? And they were understandable. If they felt like there was a gap, it was a very understandable one because of maybe performance at recent tournaments for certain players. But it was justified. Everything was justified. It was really good seeding and bracketing. Yeah. Crouch. That's how we're playing. Oh, I thought I ducked this. I thought I ducked that. That was really fun round. Fun round, Tricky. Yeah. I'm performing a little slow.
Oh, that was bad. Oh, I thought I got it. I thought I had the 4P. I thought I had the 4P, but she committed to the kick, which was so good. That was so good. I intend to do something else, so that's what happened here. I actually intended to parry into that evade instead of a normal evade. Good game, good game. Sorry to hear that, Silverbolt. Good game, Tricky. Good game. So I buffered the parry too early, which is easy to do, right? When you have a single frame input, that actually is harder to buffer, because if you buffer too early, it's not going to come out. Whereas if you have something that has like 2 frames, 3 frames, like multi-directions, then that has a higher chance of coming off. This is also why some people buffer evade too early and no evade comes out. Very nice. Good to fight you, Jim Haney. Hope you're doing really well.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Okay. I see.
Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout.
All right. Good game, Jim Haney. Thank you very much.
Forgot to train, eh?
Hey, come on, let's see how Tricky's doing. I'm hoping she's doing really good. She took a loss to D to G. D to G, very, very strong. Yeah. The hard part is that if Eileen is loose with her high attacks, and I'm not saying that's tricky, but I'm saying if Eileen is loose with her high attacks, Eileen gets Lau gets a really good opportunity for huge damage that he doesn't always get. And so Lau loves punishing high attacks so much. And so, but that said, Tricky's really good at playing all mid and playing anti-crush. But if she happened to have been outguessed when she decided to use the interrupt game or the cancel game, then Lau can blow that up and get score really big on it.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Thanks for the battle, RJ.
See? I thought I'm better.
Alright, Tricky vs XTN's got to be pretty exciting. I do want to watch that so bad, just if I could, just because I want to understand how Eileen is supposed to fight against Taka. I really want to know how that, like, what the dynamics are there. I think it's a big one. I've heard that Eileen can do well against Taka, but I feel also that, like, it's interesting though, so I'm just curious how that goes. I know that Panda had struggled with that matchup a bit, or at least seemed confused when they fight. So I think Panda sometimes, at least in tournaments a couple months ago, would just switch to like Brad, because they just know what to do with Brad, and feel more comfortable. I understand, Silverbolt. Definitely understand that feeling. It's a tough one to manage too, but got it.
Round one. Ready, go!
Very good.
Knockout.
It's okay, Hernan. It's welcome back. It's a welcome back. It's one of those welcome back beatings, and they're okay. But also, you are seeing like a lot of people are like improving, you know. So hopefully, it's in the good way.
Round three. Ready, go!
I like the choice change and throw there. Good game, J-Thor. Good game. I like you use both forward and back throw. Very, very well. Good stuff. Good games.
What a knucklehead.
All right, XTN, how you doing, my friend? Keep it up, XTN. Keep it up. And then Live Forever is on tier. This is the tier. This should be a super exciting battle right now between D the G and Live Forever. Setsuna, keep it up. Setsuna also on a tear. Oh, live forever. Here we go. This is exciting. I always love finding this guy. This is gonna wake me up. This is gonna wake me the hell up. You're gonna really wake me up, live forever. I hope. I hope you will. Good. Spacing's not there. Good. Oh, I thought I got this too. I thought I got in time. That was really good. This was so awesome. This is playing at the Denkai speed too. I'm so dead. Nice. I gotta remind myself that kick cannot Sabaki that kick. Oh, I thought I got it too and he timed it well. Yeah. I'm doing bad. It's okay. I'll take one punish at a time. Ah, I hit back. I'm dead. That's it. Good game, good game, good game. Life Forever, that was a lot of fun. Good game, my friend. Good game. I didn't wake up enough, but I woke up a bit. He's definitely sharp and that was really good and sharp. So what I really like, Denkai, GT, Live Forever, when they see half circle forward, now they do partially expect it, but they might might actually be option selecting it a bit too, which I think is possible because, like, let's say the Leon threat is if Leon does low punch and the half circle forward punch, the flaw in that is that if he did uppercut, there's a timing for guarding it, and then but at the same time, if he did like half circle forward punch, it's so slow that you can, in theory, you can low punch it on reaction, but you could probably option select it too. And so they're consistently basically defending a certain amount and then low punching to stop a play like half circle forward punch, right? They're like making it so you cannot use this like this low. This is also why traditionally the way that I hit people with that move is actually not by flow charting into it, but by causing them to whiff and then whiff punishing them with it is traditionally how I do it. Now, as players get like less and less able to whiff punish, then this becomes harder and harder to do. So it's a really big factor. And so you'll see it in matches where against like these three players that they'll consistently low punch that play. And they could be option selecting it too, because they're just like, well, all these threats, it's likely like this, right? But this also means that I can delay. I could like, you know, like low punch and then delay into uppercut, right? All right. That's right. Stand your ground. It's really good. All right, silver vote. Really good stuff. Here we go. thanks for the battle, Silverbolt. Let's see here. Not understanding how you're a whiff punish jab after you got hit with back turn. I have really fast attacks from back turn, so there's that. But depends on this, on what we did, how it's played out. Good game, Silverbolt. Good game.
Round 2. Ready?
When a 5P is evaded and you whiff, I'll check on that in a sec. That was a good choice. Good get. I love that he'll just do this in the throw. I have to remember that he knows that I like to evade here, and that's why he goes to the throw. Shoot, too slow. Too slow. Too slow. And I held guard. Shit. I got too lucky, but good game, Condor. Okay, so Baba asks, when a 5P is evaded and you whiff, are you able to block? You can block, yes. You're only minus. You're not like, so you can definitely block. So Mori kept punishing my 5P whiff the other day, and I can't seem to defend even if I see it coming. You should be able to block it. 5P is like 29 frames. They don't have guarantee, because there's not that many total frames on high punch. Now Taka, I'd have to double check just to make sure that there's not that Taka isn't designed in some way where his jab sucks, but I don't think that's the case for him. All the jabs, as far as I know, there's nothing guaranteed. So a lot of time it's just a matter of getting used to guard canceling anyways, and then guarding it. But you should be able to block for sure. So if I saw a video of it, I could explain it better. If you have a replay of it, that would be great if it was on Steam. So if you have a replay of it, you could also save the recording and send it to me. I'd be happy to take a look and help you understand what's going on there.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
Oh man, I'm sorry, Hernan. Connection's not the best for us, but that's okay. But I love fighting you, so I will do this anyway. okay. It's all good. You're gonna whip me up. So good. Good choices. Good choice. I like that one. Very good. The jab should be safe. I'm so dead. Good game, Hernan. Good game. Thanks for the battle, my friend. So now here's a sequence that you could lose. So let's say you do jab elbow, high punch in the elbow. If they block the high punch and they evade the elbow, if they have an 11 frame jab, they can hit you because you're minus 11 in that situation. But you're minus 11 because the elbow got evaded. If it's the high jab that's being evaded, it's just you're just at disadvantage. You're at an interesting disadvantage with that one. So, but honestly, it's only a small disadvantage. It's not a huge one. So they shouldn't have a guaranteed. They shouldn't have a guaranteed attack against you if they evade your high punch. Yeah, 5P is a very safe to evade move. It's actually used to because if they evade late, they're at a disadvantage, and that's what's really good about it. Is that if you're in Nitaku, no, not Nitaku, but if you have Nitaku and you do high jab and they evade, they're at minus quite a bit. So yeah, which means the jab is really, really recovering fast.
Round one. Ready, go!
Almost. Okay, so that will lose to that. Doing our showboating. It's fun. So Live Forever is on a real tear and pretty much in a strong position. Take it all. Setsuna also in a very strong position as well. I do enjoy watching this Niru player from EU. It's a really nice secure that's coming along. It's But yeah, Baba, you can send me videos anytime, no problem. That's right, can't do that against a Q. I like that. I see. That's why they make that choice. That's so good. Really? How slow am I? How slow am I? What the frick? Good game. Good. Well, we've got this. Nope, we don't. Good game. That's, I always forget about this Okizemi too. Like, you're gonna get it backwards if you try to do a rising attack after neutral throw. If he jumps around you. It's really good stuff. Just wake up, get up, do that. Good game, Setsuna. Good game. That was really fun. So, we are playing slow a bit. Even that situation, we're hesitating. So let's try to sharpen it up. We're probably reacting to guard as opposed to watching. So let's see here. I forgot that we're the ones that advantage there. Not wow. So we need to attack or throw right away. Well, not right away because he's gonna probably fuzzy, but still. Oh, I thought that would be cool. That would be cool too. Okay, very good choice. Don't have the frames for it. I got it. We're also evading the wrong way, but that's okay. Oh crap, we're still on. That felt good. Oh, I thought we got this. Good game. Good game, D. That was exciting. That was a very exciting game.
Forgot to train, eh?
All right, XTN, here we go. Good to have you, my friend. Hey. Wake me up even more too, please. Backdash openings always. Oh, I thought that would get it. Good game, XTN. Good game. The 2P, always rough. So, sorry about the hit on the mic. Good game. All right, General Ripper, congratulations, and Setsuna, congratulations.
What is the results here? Alright, so Liv Forever does get first place, so congratulations. Cessna second, and Jan Whipper third place. Thank you guys for playing. We will do one more league, so if you want to continue playing, please stay in the room. And for those who can't, thanks again. Alright, thanks for playing J Thor. Thanks for playing XTN.
Thank you all very much. Really enjoying all of these. This is a fun Sunday. Like still recovering, but still a lot of fun. A lot of good stuff.
We still have one more league to go to see how many people still stay around. Yeah, thanks for playing, RJ. Go post around, see. You know, if you're having fun, Jim, then it doesn't matter if you stink or not stink. So, unless you want to improve.
We're having fun having you in here, Jim, and we hope you're doing well. We're glad that you're here. Just keep it up, hang in there, and experience is huge, but also it's just good to have you here. But it's good to have you in the chat as well. Also, J-Thor, thank you so much. XTN, thank you so much. Both J-Thor and XTN got to bow out, but you guys have a really good Sunday.
Yo, these 14 people leagues are crazy, man. It's late.
Yeah, I know.
We had 2 16-player leagues yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
Keep up
People
the grind, man.
People are still excited. I think it's good for Virtua Fighter.
It is.
I have to admit, Sesson, you played the entire league session yesterday and still playing today, and also playing the tournament last night. It's like you're becoming an Iron Man now. This is an Iron Man tournament training.
So, Tuna, that was a really fun battle.
I'm definitely training for that. Like, it's. I think it's an important part. I know we've had the conversation with Chanchai many times. It's like, I feel like I run out of juice like at tournaments, and we gotta train that as well.
You do. No, you totally do. It's huge in tournaments, and tournaments are very draining. Even online tournaments like this.
Yeah.
Yesterday, that was incredibly stressful for me.
It was.
And it felt very weird, like, for me, because I hadn't played in an online tournament in a while, and so that feeling of kind of isolation, like you're just playing in your room. If you let it be quiet, it's awkward. So it's like, man, I need to have like music, or I need something that keeps me like stimulated. The weights didn't bother me because I'm comfortable. Like if people make you wait, it's like, okay. But it is awkward feeling, and the nerves were like amplified. I felt insane nerves in my first game.
Yeah.
I could feel Juicebox's nerves. I could feel Jacko's nerves. I didn't actually feel comfortable until we were in the top 8's when I started feeling like, okay. But that's also because it's like, well, I'm fighting Denkai, I'm fighting GT. I gotta really give him hell. But I also have to understand like the areas that I can fight them on versus the areas that I cannot fight them on as well. You know?
Yeah.
At least at this point. And then but I felt good, and so it was more relaxed. And then of course being first to 3 made it a little more relaxing too. But yeah. But actually the big power boost was probably when I realized Jacko might be more nervous than me. So that's when I probably that was like maybe like at some point in my fight with Jacko, I was like, I think he's more nervous than me, and that like took a load off my shoulders. So I don't know.
Yeah, I had a situation like that with Talon. I mean, God bless his soul. I know he probably didn't intend to do that, but I had asked him for a button check. And he just went straight into the match, and I was like, dude, wait, like the delay was not like I wasn't comfortable. But then I was like, he's gotta be like super nervous. So I started attacking that.
Yeah.
And eventually managed to win. But yeah, I could definitely feel that. Like there was a lot of pressure for everybody. Everybody was playing under a lot of pressure. So
they were.
People really noticed that we did actually have something at stake here. So
yeah,
it's good. It's good.
It's really good. No, it's great. And yeah, in this last league battle, though, really awesome battle with you, Setsuna. That was really, really great.
Likewise.
Like, I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed the way you played the last 2 rounds. So it was really, really good. So
it's when I managed to get that victory in the middle where I was like, okay, I see where the blind spot is. Let me try to see if I can like dig a hole into this.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's been nice, like, back and forth with you. So I always enjoy our matches.
Me too.
I never know what's going to happen, so.
Oh, me too. So it goes both ways on that, but it's always really fun. And
yeah.
Yeah, I just want to give a little extra shout out from yesterday to some of the newer generation VFers who finished quite well, high on the qualifier. We had Twice a Day. From Texas, a SoCal player who got it was a nice place finish. And also one thing to mention is like how a lot Himajai was getting a couple of losses here and there. So we might be players are getting maybe closer to Himajai maybe. So that's good to see.
Yeah.
It's good.
A lot of people telling Himajan he got a tech roll sometimes. It's fun. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
well, I think the thing is, you got to realize, like, him is not really actually taking the foot off the gas. It's everybody's just training hard. It's trying to get used to these games, and so it's good. It's good. I think the general gist yesterday was the North American Virtua Fighter community is showing up. They're getting better, and I think I'll look for that. We need to get better, and I think Hima has been trying for the past year to help us do that, and that's why he's showing up and fighting and having open rooms so that people can try it, right? I think the more you fight it, the more you fight at that level, the more it's easier for you to raise your level.
Yeah, this is the combo.
And hey, Hima was the first person to have the most first place finishes in the Akai Leagues in 2023. So,
Yeah.
Joking aside,
that was a stretch, man.
yes,
That's fine.
but like Tri-Day has been doing very well online and offline events, showing well at the side tournament Texas Showdown, and then I think was he a top 24 finish at Combo Breaker? And now again got a 9th place finish in this first qualifier. And then we had DFAX Calamity. I think this also one for a new game for him too.
Yeah.
He was actually participating yesterday in the Akai in the Steam League portions, and was giving like the top finishers the losses, and was able to. I think he took he gave Black Alert a loss and got a 9th place finish also. So looking forward to see more of the new generation. Making the veterans sweat a little bit more and surpassing.
I like that. Oh my god. She's gonna squat at the end of that. I thought I got the throw. Good games, Tricky. That was so much fun. Good game. That was a lot of fun, Tricky.
Alright, we have 3 more matches to go before we start. If anyone still want to join the room, got 6 to 9 minutes to do so. Still have a lot of people still in the room. 11. So, Cecily, you now have participated in 2 TNS 1 events. What pretty efficiently run, or? I think he's AF.
Yeah.
Here.
Yep.
Experience with it so far, Chai?
What's the question again?
Your experience with TNS, Tampa Never Sleeps, running the online tournaments.
So I really like it. I thought they ran it really well. Part of it is that they kind of isolate each group, right? So you're in a Discord for the pool. Now this time it might have been different from the last time, because this one it was used through the official VF Discord. So there's a coordination where there's many layers of between you and the organizer, so to speak. Because one, we're using Start GG, and for better or worse, and I actually think ultimately for better, though for the player experience maybe not, the players got to communicate with each other through Start GG. But if there's any real serious kind of thing, or you need someone like to change the stage, then you go through the Discord. But the Discord is separated by channels for each pool or each section. And this is a good thing because it reduces the overall noise. It does require extra work from whoever the team is. This is actually a pretty heavy load on the team, but this does limit the frictions that you can have in a more if you try to do this more open. So I think this causes it to run smoothly. That said, the only hiccup is stuff like so actually there's a moment where Denkai between the first and second game, you guys will see like this huge pause between our games, and what happened there was the person that administrated it, the tournament organizer staff, they didn't really know that like when you change the stage, you got to hit the confirm button. You can't just circle out of there. So it's because, right, you got to like, it's like, but it's natural to think that you selected it, so now you can jump out like it's a menu, right? But you actually have to go back down to confirm, after you had already selected it and you're in the main part of the menu. Now you got to go back to confirm. If you hit circle, none of the changes happen. So Denkai was kind of waiting. Denkai was like waiting for them to like change the stage, and they never did. And we just went ahead and played. I didn't know for sure. I thought the original rules, like one of the rules that I read, didn't really make it super clear that you could, like, it just said you can change character. Right? And so I thought like you had to just stick with all random, because I know that I think at one point, depending on the platform, Harpenier also has done like every stage is random because it's just too cumbersome to try to manually select stages running a tournament. But actually in yesterday's tournament they do. So this coming weekend, you can loser can change stage, can pick stage, just to clarify. But after that experience, it looks like they got smoothed out because they were correctly changing stage for the matches like that were remaining, the top 4 matches. So yeah.
Yeah, in the Max Tampa Never Sleeps tournament earlier, they also had in Tampa Never Sleeps Discord, they had separate out the pools and everything too. So
yeah, but stuff that's left to the players is a little tricky, right? Like I was teaching my first round opponent like how to set the delay to 3, and so we had to do like I asked for, let's go ahead and test the connection. I was like, oh, the connection looks good, but you're not on 3, so let me teach you how to do that because you have to do that on your next match anyways, So I taught them, walked them through, but that was also chatting through Start GG, which was like for me a very cumbersome process, but it was okay. But then again, it's important to have I think it is good that Start GG has the chat and all those features like that. That the player kind of has to interact with it. It's cumbersome. But I think as an organizer, it does make sense, and it reduces some of the friction. But the players like have to both double confirm the wins and losses. Setsuna and I got to it switched places, so Setsuna accidentally marked one game the wrong way, and I just said, oh no, that's wrong, but I almost confirmed it. so double check, always double check. It's the 2-man system works if both players are active minded on it, so. But overall I think it worked out really well. I think the way that they manage it reduces friction, gets the tournament going, and I think that's why they run pretty smooth. And I think so for all of the TNS events that I've watched, at least as far as the stream goes, it looks like they run smooth for the most part. But there was a funny story.
So far, Setsuna, for both.
Yeah, definitely. It's on point to what Chacha is saying. I did have some communication where I think mostly last time when people would chat on the other thing and not be checking the Discord, or some people were checking the Discord. So
you kind of have to do both,
there, but I think it works, right?
Yeah, it's hard. There's a point where it would be smoother if it's just run on the Discord, but things get really noisy when they do that too. Like it becomes hard to find where your opponent actually called you out, said, hey, let's go do this, especially if they don't tag you, or especially if they use a different name on Discord than that. So the good thing about Start GG is that, that's where people's quote unquote money's on the line, because that's the source for everything else. So I think it makes a lot of sense to use it, but it is creating friction, and the first rounds can get a bit rough because the players are figuring it out, Start GG itself, there's stuff about it that's like less user friendly, but it is functioning on all these fronts. So I have some complaints about it, but technically when I'm looking at it in terms of the event running, I actually think it is helping them overall a lot more, even if for me as a player it's a little bit of a headache. So
the tournaments, the tournament brackets websites, let's see, there's a Start GG challenge, and then Tournamel that some of the Japanese people like to use.
Yeah.
Which one is the best?
I think. Well, I know the Japanese love Tonamel. I think from what I've heard, I actually do like challenge quite a bit. Like, but I haven't used. I've used it for quite a while, but I was pretty used to it. I think Start GG might be the first time where I like actively was complaining about a platform, but at the same time, it is doing its job. But I don't know how to compare it right now. I just know that like in the past, I thought challenge worked pretty well for me.
Good for you. GM doesn't have a good opinion of Start GG, so that's one person.
Well, it's like I would agree. Like I think you guys have heard that I have complaints about Start GG. So like there's a lot of stuff, and on top of that, but on top of that, it's the Microsoft Passport integration drives me insane too. So like if you have like a Hotmail account and a Live account and an Outlook, just because over the years you were active and Microsoft kept doing all kinds of different things, Start GG becomes a real headache because you might be logged into the wrong account. It might automatically just create a new one for you, and you're like, what? And now you have multiple accounts with your name in Start GG, which is my problem to deal with. So I've run into a lot of issues.
Alright, guys. This is it. Last league. We'll start now with 11 players. Everyone gets one bye. Good luck and have fun, everyone.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, guys.
Hey, Subterum, thank you so much for the support, and thank you very much. I saw some of your comments on the streams. I thought it was great. I thought it was great that you were watching, had a great time. And I think the events were awesome. So I think yesterday was great. Thanks so much for your support, and thank you very much for the cheers. I hope you've been doing great. So dumb that I'm always going for that. Yeah. Can't do this against Tricky. She's just waiting for that. I like that throw choice here. Well, everybody always wishes they did better, but I am happy with certain parts about the run a lot for sure. Okay. Oh, that's bad. That was an exciting battle, Tricky. That was exciting. Leon is hard to ring out because his body, the way that his posture is, makes it very deceptive about where his ring out spot is. It's hard to ring him out because of that, because it's easy to think you've got the ring out when you don't have the ring out against Leon. It's very deceptive. Think of it as, even though it's not physics related, assume it is, and think that like his center of mass is on his butt, right? And that will help you kind of understand that he's not rung out. If his foot is out, he's not going to ring out. You got to like get his butt out of there to ring him out. So that's my big tip about that, because a lot of players will make a lot of assumptions that they've got the ring out when they don't, when they fight against Leon. So Bronx Jackie, Well, you can use more lows against me if the Leon is using highs, right? So it's about the player, right? But like certain decision paths, low punch will be strong against Leon. But if Leon starts using 8K, then you should not use lows, right? Just ask yourself if he's using 8K or not. And so it's kind of up to that. But lows work on any character, right? It doesn't really matter who. It just matters on the defender. Is the defender defending it? Are they doing too many highs? But you know what's better than a low against a high is ducking and whiff punishing it, right? Ducking and whiff punishing is better if you can do it. If the connection makes it harder to do, then you have to either do it in a buffered way or you have to, you know. So then that's when you might go to a low. You might go, oh, I'm going to use low because I just can't whiff punish. I can't duck and punish. So if you can't duck and punish, then using a low is better. Crouching low. Yeah, it's up to the player. It's up to the opponent. You got to fight the opponent. You're not really fighting the character so much as the opponent. But you can exercise control over the opponent by using quirks in their character. So Leon, should you evade to Leon's back? Generally, yes. Because doing that exercise control. And then you can force, and then if he's playing around it, you can fight that, right? If the Leon or Eileen or Kage are crushing you, that means you should use mids more. It might, so if you're getting crushed, that's when you should stop using a low or a high, right? But if they're not crushing you, then like you're kind of okay. But how do you stop someone crushing you? You just use mids. You just use mid attack. It simply stops crushing. Yeah. Yeah, so evading to Leon's back exercises control because it lowers his overall damage level. Evading to Sarah's back when she's not in Flamingo and evading to her front when she is in neutral or when she is in Flamingo exercises strong control over her. It limits her good options. So just like if you cut off Kage's 10-foot toss, evading is similar to that. Evading is still a choice. Throw escaping is still a choice. But you cut off strong moves by doing this. Now, you open yourself up to throws when you sidestep because, you know, guarding is kind of weak to throw. Not 100%. You'll notice at higher level, people start attacking at certain intervals to make it so throw is just really hard. And they use movement and they crouch more. Evading completely loses to throw. Sidestepping loses to throw, flat out. Even if they evade cancel, that throw is going to connect. Now, they could escape it, but still, that's still the odds in your favor as the thrower. Unless you fight, you know, Nobi and they're escaping every throw you do because their Yomi's ridiculous, right? But then that's when you change up and you say, I should attack or I should guard break. All right, let's do this. You can't attack there. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, so this was meaty. This one couldn't, I tried to crush, but the meaty timing is perfect. There's a lot of hit frames to work with. Very good. So, right, and then elbow loses to backdash. It's really important to know that elbow loses to backdash. A lot of people don't seem to know it. Elbows are really good because they stop all crushing. They're the fastest mid. They stop attacking, but they do lose to backdash though. But the ones that have an extension are so good too. Like, and a lot of characters do, and those are good. Just like El Blaze. Oh my gosh. Good that he switched to that one. That was too desperate. This was too desperate.
Round 4. Ready?
I like that play that I just did. I almost crushed that. Good. Just I mashed the button. Good game, Ripper. Good game. So Ultimate Showdown, Final Showdown had the did the stagger, right? And I missed the stagger badly because I like the feeling of breaking that sidekick stagger. But I do think players are using sidekicks more assertively now, like developing players are, and they should, because you know how I said backdash is like the counter to elbow? That's what makes sidekick so good, right? You know, because once people know to use backdash, now sidekick becomes super insanely good. and at high level, you need to make that call too. You need to make the call to use a sidekick instead of an elbow sometimes. Himejan tries to punish elbow. Like Himejan just automatically will do like backdash into like beat knuckle, backdash into 6K, stuff like that. So he's testing to see if you're gonna punish that. So it's like block the low punch and then do like he'll do low punch into this, right? That's like Leon's version of it, but yeah. All right, nice round, Jim. Nice round. Keep it up. So I do think that like elbow stagger was cool, but it was a bit much because stagger was just happening at a ridiculous amount. But it was cool, and so in the older games I do like that elbow staggered on crouch. Very nice, very nice. Good game, Jim. Good game. But yeah, stagger on backdash, okay. But yeah, VF2 to 4, I didn't know that the sidekick stagger. I know elbow staggered, and I like that, yeah. Okay. No, elbow staggered on crouch. Like that is definitely a defining trait of VF4 all the way to like VF5R. Final Showdown's the one that removed the elbow staggering on crouch hit and replacing it with sidekick staggering on backdash. But yeah, that is cool though if sidekick staggered crouch. Hey Blaine, good to see you. I see. Well, I think you're the one who has been playing VF4, so I'll take your word for it. But STL Tim's biggest complaint was the removal of elbow stagger. Yeah. So, huh. But that is a good question to bring up. I mean, if you're the one who played it, I'm going to take your word for it because I haven't played VF4 in a while. I see. It wasn't universal. I thought it was so universal. Huh. All right, Hernan, here we go.
I won't lose. I won't go east. Round one. Ready, go!
That was really good. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know about that. I see. Yep, good stuff. This connection's feeling so much better too. This is feeling a lot better. I like that choice. Man, I don't have the range that I thought I did. So good. So good. This is a really intense game. I don't even know what's going on. I like this though. So good. Good game, Hernan. That was tense. That was really, really tense. Whew. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're playing with us. I know that the conditions can be rough, but I enjoy the fight always with you. I do, always. So thank you so much. Yeah, Syrup. I definitely like that sidekick punishes backdash. If I had a choice, I like the backdash stagger versus the stun. But the stun has definitely allowed people to be more certain in punishing, and I think that's good. I definitely don't want the the 2.00 backdash stagger where it was like 50 frames and they could like offensive move twice and they could offensive move into doing whatever they want. That was too much. But where it's at right now is really good. Yeah, that one was like choose your own win condition. If you backdash, I get to choose my own win condition. That was so dumb. Like, I don't know who decided it had to be that much of an advantage. You know, like this is like, it's way too much. It's like that's one way to make to make a VF stage feel like it was like only 10 units or 8 units. So yesterday in the tournament, I did offer to play on 4 delay against people. I think the only one who I played, and so normally I actually set my game to 5. And that way, if the opponent chooses 5, it's 5. If they choose 4, it's 4. If they choose 3, it's 3, because it's always picking the lower between the two. But I typically I'm an accommodator. I don't mind playing on 5 rollback. So I actually have mine set by 5 on default. But for the tournament yesterday, we played like Denkai and Jacko. I up front asked them, "Do you want to play on 4?" And they told me they wanted to play on 4 because we know the distance, and they don't want to see that rollback crap, right? So like, no, I think the player who pushed their luck was Adam, because when thank you for the battle, Silverbolt. when Adam played with Crazy Drunk, Adam was like, "Hey, we're both in the West Coast. Why don't we do two?" And I'm like, "Adam, you're pushing your luck, because Crazy's connection is like not the best, you know. And even if you guys are both in a similar area." Yes, you can go to Addie's house, Arya. Right. Love you, Arya. Thanks, Silverwell. Good games. Well, I think the players should communicate what they want to play on, because some people like the roll. Some people want speed and they don't care about the rollback. Some people just want the speed, and some people want the accuracy. I thought I blocked that. I like his patience. Too slow. Good, he's got a choice. I love fighting Live Forever. I really do love fighting you, Live Forever, so. That was bad. It's okay. I would prefer Live for Eve doing this costume than fighting. Well, I actually don't mind fighting the goat clone. It's so bad. I know it's better, but I'll still do it. Nope. Nope. So fun. Alright, let's do this. I'm failing the knowledge checks, but it's okay. We're making it a guess. I know better. I keep thinking that'll reach. It would be awesome if it did. God, I hate that back didn't register. Yes. I got one on Live Forever. Live Forever. I always love fighting you. Knowledge checked me really good, but good stuff. I love fighting. Like, Live Forever's Jackie keeps me sharp as hell. Just like Noodle's Jackie also keeps me sharp as hell. Penguin's Jackie keeps me sharp as hell. I love it. I love having these Jackie opponents, because it's like having, you know, similar to having like a Denkai available, and I almost never get to play Denkai. So, you know, so... But actually, I knew that Denkai was going to pick Shun against me because there's a tournament. Because it's short set. It's not a first to 5. Denkai has felt my Leon give his Jackie a hard time. And so he knows that, like, and his Shun, while I have experience against Shun, Denkai's Shun is very different. It's very mechanical. It's very... Alright, let's fight this. And with... Okay, that was annoying. I thought I got the meaty. That's a lot of hit frames to miss. Alright, he's gonna go for this. The goat failed you this day. I'm sorry, that's just really funny. Wrong. Yeah, I'm being dumb. Okay, good stuff, Setsuna. Now, if it's dashing elbow, you have to like evade throws the hard part. And it's hard to remember that, but... And if you evade too much though, you're gonna lose to certain stuff against Setsuna's Akira. It's like built around punishing the evade choice. I'm not gonna get this. Good game. Good game, Setsuna. Like right now, one of the discipline parts about that I have to do when I fight Setsuna is just to do guard throw escape more because of but he's now knowing to like that he doesn't have to 9k anymore because I'm not doing like that stuff anymore. So it's really good. He's kind of like we have a meta game going on and I'm going to be working that out, but it is good in our matchups to have this. It sucks that we're playing like the downside to playing on PS4 with Setsuna is I don't have replays, right? To kind of like work it out in a interactive way to kind of unwind and fix, but I think I've already kind of found some fixes where his game stopped breaking certain blind spots, but now I have to kind of be more, now I can fight him more like the way I would fight other Akiras a bit more, and I have to kind of unspool a lot of stuff. But the hard part was the problem with the Akira's 9k for my Leon is that it's covering low, it's covering delay, it's covering throw, it's covering ECD, it's covering a lot of options that I like to do, and it's just like one thing, but its timing really nails all of them, and it's like it's just a high chance it's gonna blow me up. And if you save it for a critical moment, then the chance is higher that that critical moment is gonna win you the round. Man, look at what happens if I whiff a sidekick. You can still backdash and launch me like that, right? Revo's definitely gonna have replays live for Eve. It's gonna be amazing when you're using it. I can't wait to see live for Eve on Revo, honestly. Nice, commit to stopping that. Really. I like this choice too. I thought I evaded that. What the hell? Very nice. The one true DGP. Subterrum, Leifei is a very fun character. I think you'll enjoy them, but I like that you've been playing Lao as well. But Lao is definitely, it's good to have multiple characters, to be honest. But yeah, I hope you enjoy Leifei. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you're enjoying Leifei when you do. Lao, yeah, he can feel stubby because Lao is technical on the fast frames. What do I mean by technical is that what I mean is that narrow use case for each move. This move is specifically good in these situations. Not all situations, these situations. This fast move is really good for this situation. This move, it's kind of like Wolf's substitute for an elbow game, but it works for Wolf because Wolf has low throws and catch throws and other stuff to work with it, you know? So Wolf is like segmented by like going, okay, if they crouch, I want to use 4K. If they mash, I want to use 3P, right? Whereas everybody else is like, if they do either of these two things, I just gonna do elbow, right? In the case of Lao, having the move from crouch 3P be like your fast, like whiff punisher, but you need to be crouching to do it. So it's good against highs, specifically good at punishing highs, right? Good at punishing stance now too, but that's hard to confirm on visual. If a Lao player starts doing that, that would be insane, right? He goes, oh, I saw you kick cancel and I did this. Oh, that would be the sickest play, right? That would be a sick play to punish kick cancel with up knife and like launcher. That would be sick. But Lao then has like 20 frame attacks that are really good, but they're 20 frames. So you have to get your opponent to play into a 20 frame game, but then you fight people like Gentleman Thief or Denkai where they have a good chance at reacting to those. So you have to put a lot of pressure on them to get them to be distracted so that this pressure can work. Or use frame advantage, of course. But if you use the frame advantage and if they're reacting, they might just evade on reaction. That's very scary for that move. But at least it's got follow-up. So like Wasakon will do like 4P plus K, then and P automatically, of course. But then when he sees that they evade, he might do the turnaround punch option so that it provides a couple of things. One, provides extra hit frames so that if they mash after evading, it could hit them. Two, if they blocked it, he can just do hop kick away from them and be safe. So that's what a player like Wasakon, the top Lao player, does, is stuff like that. It's pretty nuts. Yeah. So Lao can feel stubby because he doesn't just blow people up automatically in robust ways. He blows them up specifically, especially at the wall. So it's hard. Lei Fei can blow people up if they don't know. Lei Fei can blow up a lot. But then at the higher level, he kind of deals with people evading, killing him with evade, or killing him with certain stuff. But he's still very strong, and his wall game's awesome. So I think Lei Fei is definitely play Lei Fei. I'm curious how you'll feel when you play Lei Fei. I think you're gonna have a lot of fun. Lei Fei is very expressive too, and there are many ways you can play Lei Fei. Pi is not exactly the same. Pi just simply outplays on poking and safe offense. I think her plan is just outplay the opponent. but she can outpoke him. She can win on a lot of key decisions, and so she's just winning on the sum of all parts. She's robust. Pi is actually very robust. So that's the opposite of Lao. Lao is very detail oriented. Pi is just like, I'm just fast and it's good. This is just solid and it's good. And so her plan, it can feel hard to come up with how do you win with Pi, and it's like, well, you play better than the opponent is kind of the answer. But she can outplay them like a lot. Yeah, she's great at safe poking and throwing. She's great at like everything. It's just that she's not winning with just one thing, right? She's just winning by like winning combat like a lot. I still thought I could counter, like, punish that. There you go, outplayed. So, yeah, she's got the tools to counter everything and do it safely too. Like she can choose to go for higher reward at higher risk, but she doesn't really have to. She can like live in like the fuzzy guard world. Like she can live in a zone of just always being -4, -5 and just annoy people and then do more damage with throws, you know, and just basically outplaying. It doesn't mean she mashes. It means she's got a fuzzy guard. It means she's got to do evade and guard throw escape, evade crouch dash. She's got to do all those things, but she can just outplay. Like, you know, yeah. And that like it's hard to like if the opponent increases the risk, then you know it could be harder. Yay! I got through it. Setsuna was the one to get the win. So I think. All right.
Thank you guys for playing. That is it for today.
Thank you so much. I had this great time, and I didn't expect to win this one, so yay! I held on.
You were just playing. I was just playing.
No, but it's awesome to have this time with everyone and working on this, and I do feel like it's working different muscles, even though I'm really tired after yesterday. But it's like working different mental muscles and different eye muscles.
Yes.
I'm loving it. Setsuna really making me work a muscle there, especially in that last round. And I'm just like, so I love it. It's good stuff.
All right, thanks everybody for playing again. That is the last league. If you guys want to stay in the room and continue playing, please do so. If there's still a lot of people staying in the room, I could hit the league button to run it and then go leave AFK. But just let me know and write it down. But I do have to take care of something at the house right now, so I'll be back.
All right, we await your return.
Let me raid. Are you gonna still stream, Chan?
Yeah, I'll stream for a bit. Stream for quite a bit. I mean, I am gonna get my kids lunch, but the thing is that wanted to chat with you. You know, you had a good experience too, right? For the most part, this was like I said this on my stream, I want to give shout outs to Akai, who is not with us at the moment, but Akai was one of the people who was consulted. Now, I don't want people to harass Akai about brackets. I'm just saying he's one of many people that were consulted for recommendations about the power levels, the power rankings. And I know that Akai did it for this event and did it for the Maximilian Dude tournament as well. And I think that's huge because both those tournaments, I thought the brackets played out very strongly, but they were really good brackets, as far as I could tell. There's always some quibble you can have with brackets. There's never going to be a perfect bracket, but these brackets were really good. Every corner had really tough roads to the finals. So, anyways, what did you think about that?
I mean, I thought it was good. The couple of players that you know had these screen names that you know people didn't recognize.
Yeah,
they might have been the only ones that weren't properly seated. But I think overall, it was done very well.
Yeah, but most of the time when you do that though, most of the time you're going to have a harder road because you might be stuck with like GT round 2, right? Or something like that, you know? And so a lot of times when I would say the player that uses a different name on their tournament than maybe the name that's recognized, those players usually get a harder bracket. And I think that happened too here, actually. But it can drive but it does drive people nuts because, well, it can drive seeded players nuts because they're like, I got to fight this guy right away. And it's like, well, you know, so, you know, prove your seeding, you know, so yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I had a lot of fun yesterday. I think it was pretty good. I'm looking forward to the experience next week. Of course, it's not going to be the same a lot of people already saying they're not going to play, they're not going to be able to play, and everybody has the reasons, and that's okay. That's also okay, right?
It is. No, it is, and it's always a personal decision. How you compete, where you compete, whether you compete. These are your personal choices. No one can fault you for those choices. Everyone has good reasons for them, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes it's because of life. Sometimes you don't feel like you want to do that competition, and I understand that. I'm glad that most people I know really enjoyed it, but of course, the tournaments are always heartbreaking because there can only be one top winner, and so it's 130 people would mean 129 losers, you know. So, and sometimes the winner lost on the way there too, you know, but at the same time, I thought the overall event was really good, but I understand. Look, here's the thing. We know that even though it's called a regional qualifier, we know this is United States, Canada, and Mexico, right?
Yeah.
And that's a big, broad area. So you're definitely you have to have the stomach for a laggy connection on that. It's the way it is. Hawaii is not barred from this, so.
Yeah, correct.
The southernmost part of Mexico is not barred from this. I don't think so.
No.
And I don't think even the Arctic is barred from this, So it's one of those where we know that the scope, we understand the intention of scope. Now for me, I'm that I'm personally, I have the stomach or I'm okay with fighting international connections. But I know not everyone is, and I get it. And not everyone's internet is equal either, I think I still feel like it's ironic that the southern border states, a lot of them, but especially like the Southwest, has some pretty rough connection. I think the desert is just not kind to the internet infrastructure for the masses. If they have internet connected to a data center, that's very different. But go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
I think you're right. I think you're on the money. I think whenever you're playing an online tournament, you're only going to have so much of a good experience, and some people are going to be left out because it's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I think it's good for some players that generally don't like playing offline. Either that be nerves or something. I think even online, you could still get nervous. You could still not like the outcome of certain things, but. Yeah, I do think that there's a good place for some work to be done with the way that these events are run. Not speaking of organization wise, but also if you think about what are the limits of our connections, right? And that might be somewhere where our organizers should be paying attention. It's okay, well, not Hawaii, or Hawaii being pitched with some other people, or the southernmost part of Mexico be in a league of their own, with Mexico and Central America and the Caribbean. That might be ideal, but I think time is going to tell what's going to be good for that or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I think it's so far from coming from Sega, which is not, I don't want to speak ill of Sega. Sega was huge back in the day, but times have changed, and they're making a fantastic effort to keep this rolling and keep these matches, fair and working on the netcode and listening to what people have to say. And I think it's fantastic. I think it's great what they're doing.
I sincerely feel that way too, and I also feel like the netcode's improved so much. Now, look, the closer you get to, there's sort of an uncanny valley effect. The closer you get to the game feeling between online and offline, being the closer you get to them being similar, the more scrutiny you will feel, because you'll start to see that you'll see the differences after a while too, right? And that's always going to drive you nuts.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about like the overall progression of the netcode over since 2008, it's been insane. Since 2007 actually. 2007 is when I think VF5 came out on Xbox 360 with netcode. And at that time, actually, that netcode was better than a lot of fighting games at the time. But of course, you know, like it's not the same, but for the time. Just like Final Showdown when it came out, it actually felt better than a lot of what I would expect, but it was definitely still a different game, you know? But it was like but at that time a lot of people were on Wi-Fi. Like people were like, here's the thing, the Xbox 360 came with Ethernet. Microsoft was like, no, Ethernet's the only way to have real good internet play. But you know what was the hot accessory for the 360 was when they finally came out with the Wi-Fi dongle, because everybody wanted to play on Wi-Fi because of the convenience. Yeah. And they didn't yet experience how bad it would be if you did that. And of course, before rollback netcode, you know, first-person shooters had done prediction netcode since Quake World, you know, and in like 1999. But again, it was a work in progress, and it's easier on that. Hey, awesome. Akai has rated Tricky, and I think that's awesome. Hell yeah. We need all the rates to Tricky too, because Tricky has been an awesome content creator, and especially lots of VF since Revo again. So it's great to have both too. It is really good to have crossover, educational content, and really good competitive content too.
So I am going to be shutting off now. There's only 8 P6 people left. Should I just let the room just play as is, or you guys want me to hit the raid button? I mean, league won the league, or just happy just play as is?
What's that? Oh, you're gonna play one? Good.
Oh no! Do you want me to hit the league button, or just let the room go as is? The crush dash going out.
Oh, I see. You mean hitting the league? That sounds tricky.
I'll just let the person who gets in charge of room choose decide if they want to win the league.
Okay.
All right. So thanks again, guys. I'll see you guys next time. All right. Have a good West Sunday.
All right. You too. Thanks so much, Akai.
Mm-hmm.
So Akai didn't hear our shout-outs earlier, but I think, as far as I know, these brackets were really good. Yeah. And you can't have perfect brackets, but you can have really good brackets. And I thought both these tournaments had really good brackets. But I do think that also is why the results are pretty, like, some of us veterans are like not surprised by a lot of results, right?
Yeah.
Maybe people are surprised by my result. I'm not surprised, but no, I'm just kidding. But I honestly do have a strong confidence in my own play too. But I also know that I play in a very aggressive way. But I also feel my aggressive play does do something to opponents. So, you know?
Well, just for those who's wondering about seeding though too, I think the players who, if you look at your brackets or however, some people have been saying seeding number and stuff. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 108. That is not what your seeding points were. It's just based on a 1 to 10 system, and then they just arbitrarily put 1 to 110. But it's much more sandwich when the ratings that we put for the players when we're doing seeding the brackets. So there's some people who commented to the organizer.
Yeah.
But about that, it's much more sandwich. I think that the only two people that is kind of separate from everyone else was is how I put it, was Hema and Gentleman Thief, and then there's a big chunk that was weighted at 8 and 7 points.
I see.
But if you just want to kind of just a bite of how things were organized.
Oh, Reaper, I do think you're strong, but I also think that like you have results on record, which is going to also factor into any kind of seeding. So I think naturally you would be seeded pretty high because you have been in events, offline and online, and you do have results, and you actually are a very strong player. But of course, you are also measuring yourself against a lot of like the strongest players, so it can always feel a little different, but your game has a lot of merit, dude. You know, but of course we're all still improving, all of us. Tricky's improving so hard. You know, so but yeah, Tricky is going to ask you again on what they did with the seating. Tricky, did you hear what Akai said?
Was she asking a question or something?
Yeah, she just says they did what with the seating, and so. But I was just saying that that Akai was that you and other people apparently were consulted, so you know.
Yeah. So yeah, they basically with the first Maximilian TNS live tournament, I basically was one who put points for everybody, and there was no history of tournaments, so. In the sense of Rebel, so it was kind of basically me just making my best guess on what is everyone's skill level point wise. But then after like it's been like 3 or 4 months, there's been people who've been participating in all these events. There's more I could use tournament placement from like major tournaments. So like, you know, Maximilian's tournament, Combo Breaker, Frosty Faustings, and then there what I consider them like the local tournaments.
Yeah,
regional tournaments, and I use all that.
I was going to assume that the biggest factor.
Points.
I did feel like, for sure, and rightfully so, in my opinion, that the biggest factors were going to be exactly the events you listed, right? Evo, Combo Breaker, CEO, Frosty Faustings, and Max Tournament, maybe the Rise Tournament too. Those were the things that I just assumed they were factoring in, right? Mm-hmm. I know that they're probably ignoring Fight Kingdom, but still, I still think Fight Kingdom was a great tournament. But I know that's not a major, so you know.
I put Fight Kingdom as a major regional tournament.
Yeah.
So then the big tournaments the 3 big tournaments have been the TNS Max Live because there's 300 plus players. Combo Breaker and Frosty Fausting because those all had 200 plus players. So those were the if you participate in those were kind of the main things that decide where you are placement, and then people who participate in regionals and locals, those help me. If you don't participate in those other events, those help me kind of position you guys
right
that haven't participated in those big events. But now those who participate in this last event, you know, there was 100 plus participants that they go, but then I could use that then to then help with seedings too.
Yeah. No, for sure.
So if you have trouble, if you have issues with the seeding, then apologies, you can blame me. But so now the next tournament, I'll be helping with the seeding too and Europe when they have their events.
Yeah.
I am being called, so thanks again, everyone. I'll talk to you guys later. Okay.
Yeah, bro. Talk to you.
Akai is like, get them off me, bro. You know? Chan, you put everyone's attention on me. You know? Yeah, well, in the case of Nobi, I kind of understand, yeah, because they didn't probably didn't recognize, you know, name and all. And I personally think there's a good reason for that, but still. But I'll leave that up to them. But yeah, but Nobi's definitely very strong, incredibly strong. Going forward, they're going to be seated pretty higher, but I think they can be seated higher now with this result. They can be seated higher with a proven result yesterday, right? Yesterday now is on the record. I don't know what other record they have, and so there's kind of that, right? But now that it's, you know, there's more information now, so yeah. Yeah, that was rough. You fought them on round 3. Yeah. But yeah, now it's on the record, and we have the information's there, and it'll help. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. As of yesterday, they are a known killer. No, so not just not just for ranked or anything. They're a known killer now. Yesterday, after yesterday, and I'm glad that they did get the stream time to see. You could see their skill on display. I'm very happy and proud of them too, because I'm honestly very happy about that.
Nobody's a pretty good guy.
Yeah, I really Nobody's a friend. I actually didn't know. I didn't know who they were either until yesterday, but I was like, oh, okay, this makes more sense. But I'm also like, but I kind of know they have good reason. But that said, I am really happy for the results. But I would now they're going to be seated. You know, it's like I don't think that's going to be in dispute now. So yeah. Yeah, it's what I can tell you about their play is they watch, they study the game too, but they study the opponent, and so in the later rounds you can start to see some of those reads play out. You'll see they come up with plans, but their throw escape Yomi is ridiculous. It can be very discouraging. In fact, you should look at Adam as the fortitude. The fortitude Adam had. Adam knows that when someone escapes his throws, he's okay. He can still fight. So Adam is doing the right thing, right? Even if he's getting escaped like a ton, he's still, I think, on balance, winning after the throw escapes. And so Adam is still just fighting. Like, he's looking at that long view. And I thought Adam played it beautifully. Yeah. Okay, so Nobi was in the Max T in this event.
It's go time, baby. Round one. Ready, go!
So live forever. Eileen can be tricky to fight against. Tricky could talk about it. She's got her stream. There's different routes to fighting it. I use the high risk route because I'm having too much fun, which is trying to make her whiff. You know, so how do you make her whiff? You duck her highs, you evade her like the hard. One of the things that does suck for Eileen though is her half circular design, because she's not like full circular or not, and has like 3 half circular attacks. So like this actually is a tough constraint, but it is a constraint I think that is intentional because of her cancel game, her interrupt game. And so if you want to fight like assertively, then trying to do that. I like that in Revo, more players feel confident that they can use her cancel and interrupt games. I like that so much because a lot of players were not doing that at all in Final Showdown. Tricky is like one of the only players I know, and maybe like Jimmy PKG, one of the only those were like the only 2 Eileens I ever fought in Final Showdown that would use those games, and those games are really good. Even in Final Showdown, they're really good. It's just that you always felt the fear of getting blown up, but Tricky is less fearful because she just keeps trying to understand and knowledge. Both Tricky and Jimmy PKG are student type players. They're academic players, and they're gonna study. And Live Free, you're like that too, but they're gonna really study. They're gonna really challenge the situation. Nobi's also that way too. Nobi studies like hell. Holy crap, yes. And their real-time Yomi is very terrifying. It's like round 4, and you're just like, what the hell did they just do? And they completely blew up your whole line of play after watching it from round 1. You know? So, yeah. Yeah. Nobi's been doing more cancels lately. I like that because they weren't using it as much before, but a little bit. I'm so dumb. Never let her have that second one because you're going to eat half your life, you know? Yep, and just do the kick because if I mess up, I'm gonna get wrung out. So this is Cha-Cha getting called out. So good, so good. So I did say this on my stream that one of the things about Leon is he's hard to ring out because his box is deceptive. His player model looks like he's gonna ring out when he's not gonna get rung out. So just like imagine that you have to get his butt out of the ring. So like you have to get his butt out of the ring to ring him out. If you think that way, you probably will make less mistakes. You'll probably make less mistakes assuming that you've got the ring out when you don't. I love this so good. Yeah, Live for Eve, you're going to have to use that replay takeover. You're going to have to use the replay feature a lot with Eileen, and you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Now, here's the awesome thing about her cancel game, right? She can mess with timing. She has a lot of options, but there are weaknesses with it, right? She kind of can get crushed. She's kind of, if you guess correctly, but it's low guess on your part, if you guess correctly which one she's going to do when she does it, you can really blow her up. So it's a gamble for her, but it's really good. Like her quarter circle forward punch, all of those options are actually really good.
All right, man. Dinner is ready. We'll talk to you later, man.
All right. And I might end up raiding Tricky very soon too, because Tricky's gonna, shout outs to Tricky. Tricky is gonna explain how to fight Eileen. Everybody should do this. Everybody should definitely check out Tricky's explanation of how to fight against Eileen. This is a really good segue. Tricky's a genius at segues. So I am gonna do a raid to Tricky as well, because all right, Tricky lecture on how to beat Eileen coming up. She's gonna give you all the secrets because she wants you to make her stronger. She wants you to challenge her so she can be sharp as hell. She's gonna be the most knowledgeable. She's gonna outguess everyone. But like Gentleman Thief, she doesn't want to guess if she doesn't have to. So But you're gonna love it. So we'll do a raid.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Tricky, thanks for your support. Thanks for watching my channel too. Enjoy this so much. We're all helping each other, and Tricky's helped me a lot. So Tricky's helped me understand Eileen a lot too. So enjoy it. All right, here we go. We're gonna send the raid now. I'm gonna go feed my kids. So
Go for it. Have a good afternoon, man.
have a good one. Thank you so much, Satsuna. I'm gonna get a lot of rest. I am really tired. I can't believe I won a league battle today. I wasn't expecting that at all, but I'm glad I got it.
I know you were tired. I'm tired too.
You're playing awesome for being tired. Holy cow!
Well, that's what I've been working on. I've been working on playing better when my mind is not in it. So there's a lot of autopilot there that wasn't there before. So
Yep.
kudos to you for giving me the idea of trying to flex that muscle.
Of which one? Yeah, exactly.
Autopilot, yeah.
Awesome.
I'm there, but I'm not there. I'm not overthinking things. I'm just coasting.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's good.
The autopilots can be managed.
Yeah.
Like you can use autopilot. I mean, you're supposed to use it, but you're just not supposed to rely so heavily on it, and you're supposed to not let it get you blown up. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sure.
But no, but still really good stuff. Good games.